The opinions expressed by tonight's guest do not represent the opinions or position of Spaced Out Radio, syndicated carriers, or anyone associated with SOR Media. Listener discretion is advised. Here at Spaced Out Radio, we are about to take you higher. Broadcasting from the Rocky Mountains of Colorado to you listening around the world. This is Spaced Out Sunday with host Tessa Nicole Thomas. You can follow Tessa on our Facebook page at Spaced Out Radio, on Twitter at TessaTNT, and you can subscribe to her YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio for the archive. But we break on command 'cause women rule the world. Buckle up, space travelers. Let the countdown begin.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time to go for a ride with host Tessa Nicole Thomas.
I'm such a lucky guy, 'cause after all this time, it's like the deeper I go, the deeper I fall. Said the deeper I go, the deeper I fall.
Good evening, Spaced Out Radio. Secure your tinfoil hats. Let me turn this down. Secure your tinfoil hats, buckle down tight, and hold on loosely as we soar over the Rocky Mountains on a Rocky Mountain high, get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners, and settle down snugly at mile marker 419.9 in colorful Colorado. It is Sunday, April 28th, Monday, April 29th for those of you on the East Coast and beyond, and this is Spaced Out Radio. Hope you guys had a rockin' weekend, an awesome day, and an even better evening. I am your host, TessaTNT, and I am live tonight broadcasting from beautiful Bayfield, Colorado. We are 150,000 strong nightly on Spaced Out Radio Network, spacedoutradio.com, Spreaker, Paranormal Radio, TalkStream Live, as well as Deep Talk Radio, which you can find at deeptalkradio.com. Don't forget to head to our website, spacedoutradio.com, where you can peruse the Spaced Out Radio store and read the encounter online dealing with everything strange, paranormal, and odd. So, tonight I have a treat for all my guys and gals out there. Tonight we have back our awesome friend, Psychic Chris Garcia. And we're actually having some technical issues right now, hence the reason we were a couple minutes late. I'm still working on that, trying to get it to where I can hear Chris. For some reason, I can't hear him, but he can hear me. Chris Garcia is a psychic medium, empath, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, who also has the ability to see auras and has experience with remote viewing. He has had these God-given gifts since the young age of 5. Chris loves helping people and sensitive children with their gifts as well. He is a tarot card reader and a ghost hunting and paranormal enthusiast. He is also a Shaman Healer and very into his native heritage. Chris, welcome to the show. So great to have you on tonight.
Pretty good. I'm glad that I can be back on the show. You can't hear me, but I'm glad that I can still hear you.
So, yeah, I'm still having an issue hearing Chris. Can you guys in the chat room, can you guys hear Chris just fine? Because it shows that he's coming through. just let us know there really quick. And it's funny. Reverb. That's weird. Yeah, it's funny because we haven't had any sound issues, and it seems like every time we do, it's when Chris is on, and it's like something's trying to get in the way of us doing our Psychic Sunday deal. So let me try this again. Yeah, I'm still not hearing my good friend Chris. It's so crazy. I can't believe this is happening. So I'm going to continue working on the sound really quick. Chris, if you could tell our listeners what's been going on in your life lately, different things that have been going on with your doing readings for your friends online, as well as getting your name and picking everything out there.
Readings, and I've been doing readings for a very long time. I still do like stuff on Facebook Live, every once in a while. Still do paranormal investigation, missing persons cases, stuff like that. And the newest thing that I still have going on is advertising my t-shirts. And if anybody is interested in getting a t-shirt, they can get one from me. And all you got to do is just tell me your size, and then I can order it for you, and then it's shipped to me, and then I ship it out to whoever ordered it, whoever wanted the t-shirt. And then I can do that as well. And then that's what I'm doing. And then with that being said, I also have like an announcement and coming up, which means that the t-shirt that is people are buying on my Facebook, you can actually look at my profile and you'll see my t-shirt that people are wearing. Well, that t-shirt is going to be exposed on Netflix. Now, I don't know if y'all know what Netflix is, but it will be coming out sometime between June and July. I don't really know when, what date. But when it does, you'll be the first one to know. So if you have Netflix, my t-shirt will be worn by one of my friends. He's a paranormal ghost hunter. And he's going to have his own TV show on Netflix. And it will be exposed on Netflix. Now, if anybody needs to ever contact me, you can contact me at 210-974-3470. Again, 210-974-3470.
It's funny because Jason's saying, when you come on, Chris, we always have this issue, it seems, and that you must have a really high frequency for this to actually be happening, which I agree. This is insane. I can't believe this is happening again, but I am working on it. And you guys feel free to call in for your free psychic reading at 970-335-9596. That's 970-335-9596. Yeah, and this is just amazing that this is happening. I can't believe it.
That is weird. I mean, I don't know if it's something that could be around me. I really don't know what to think of it because I can hear her as clear as day. I don't know if y'all can let her know that if y'all can hear me, because I need to know if y'all can hear me as well. So message her on Skype if you have the Skype, or if not, message her in the chat room to let her know. So I can know I'm not just talking to myself. But I don't know the frequency going on. So just let her know that if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, I feel like I'm blind and walking in the dark by myself. Like I can't figure out what's going on here. But I'm glad you guys are able to hear him. It's just kind of weird for me over here trying to figure this out. And I've gone into the sound settings and everything. I've rebooted the computer. It's just not really making a whole lot of sense to me. Let's try this cable input, and then we'll add another one over here. Okay, close this down.
See,
I'm just
I
trying
don't
to do
know.
anything that I can to get this up and running as far as but you guys can hear him. This is freaking insane.
Yes,
And I've gone
it's
into all
weird.
the sound settings trying to figure this out.
Now, that's another thing. If anybody can hear me, if you know my number, go ahead and text me. 210-974-3470. See if you can text me so I can know that you can hear me. 210-974-3470.
And it doesn't
Just
matter
text.
if I try to call you on phone or call you on Skype, the sound issue is still going to be there either way. So this is just weird. But I am working on it. So Chris, this is your show. If you want to take over for a minute while I'm trying to get this sound issue worked out, that'd be awesome.
Okay. Well, if anybody needs any readings, just go ahead and give everyone, just give her a call, 970-335-9599. If you can call to see, maybe that might help. Maybe somebody calling in might be able to help for y'all to be hearing me. Just give us a call and see if we can do a reading, see if I can hear you. So, anybody can hear, please call. Okay. Let's see if anybody can text me. I'm not even getting no text messages on here, but but if anybody can hear, please call, because we need to know if I can even do readings on here, because Tessa said she can't hear me and I can hear her, but it's just weird. Like, I don't know. This is just very, very strange that nobody else can hear me. I don't know. It's just to me, it's just very strange. So if you can call in. See if you can.
All right, we have a caller from area code 141. Who are we talking to?
Hi, this is Jessica. I'm a friend, and I can hear Chris really well. So I hope you guys are okay with the sound still, or are you still working on it?
Yeah,
but I can hear him.
Yeah, so I can even hear you too. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Jessica?
I can hear you.
That is
Yep.
so weird. See, because every time I'm on her show, it always does this. It's weird. Everybody is saying on the show that I must have some kind of frequency that it does this. It does this every time. If it's not her, it's me. I remember somebody called in asking for a reading, and then after that, the sound just went like if you were deaf. So it's very weird.
Well, you had a problem too on a different show. Like, you must have this kind of frequency to mess up the sounds or something, or it's want to go really weird that they don't want you to talk.
And that's what it is. It's so weird because, like, even I remember that last time when we had to cut the show short with Michael one night, and I don't know if you were listening. One night Michael was just barely talking, and his surf drive went out. It just completely shut off, and I was on his show. I didn't even get a chance to talk.
Yep.
And
I
I'm
was
like,
listening.
And I was like, what is going on with this? And I personally, I mean, I'm not doing this intentionally because I want to help people.
So did we lose Chris now too? Because I'm not seeing him in there. Weird. Chris, are you there? You're easily entertained. Yes, I can tell. So we had Chris and two other callers here. 414 number. So what the crack is going on? Why aren't we hearing him? Hold on. This is insane.
Or is it you just wanted to call in just to see if you can hear me?
No. I think you know why I called.
Honestly, I remember you had asked me a question, and then on Messenger that there was a lot of stuff going on. I personally feel like there is some kind of energy to you also, but it's more like between strange and chaotic energy. It's almost like the best way to say it. There's like pulse of energy that just does not want you to succeed with certain issues. You're trying to get your life straightened out, and there's some people that are wanting to communicate with you, but it's not what I felt like, what I thought it was. I do feel like some of the family does want to communicate, but since that other person has been with his energy, I do feel like he's still there. And I'm thinking that he's messing with electronics or any way of scaring the like cats or whatever you have. He's making his presence known, so that's why you're going through a lot of stuff. But I'm being told. Go ahead.
Okay. Even though I had this person's book, I got rid of it. And it's gone. It's out of the house. And I've been saying this prayer, so he's still around, I take it.
Honestly, I do feel like there's something going on with that. I think you probably just need to clear your space and tell them to leave you alone. And then I think you need to like smudge your house to maybe control that energy, Jessica. And maybe if you control that energy, maybe the energy will be a little bit different for you.
Okay.
So trying to smudge it, and maybe it might just. And then see, this is one thing you need to know. When you smudge it and then you sage it, once you're done, what I want you to do is after that, because of course the house is going to get very foggy. So what you're going to have to do is maybe open one of your windows, and then whatever the sage absorbs, let it go out the window. So anything that does not belong, it's going to flow out. It's going to get out. It's going to flow out of the house.
So do I have... Okay, so I have my family members and my guides are here, and they're trying to tell me something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we have this other person that I've been... should I... So that would get rid of that person.
Yes. Yeah. And then that's when you would have to...
Okay.
And that would get rid of the energy that you have, because I think that there is something that's trying to probably being happy, and you need to get rid of it by smudging it out.
Is this that person that we know?
Honestly, I think
Or
I think it's more like a spirit around him. So it's a attachment that has been around him ever since he's into his spirituality and what he does. Exactly the same thing as I do, but he's in a different perception with more like aliens and all this other stuff. So that's more like in his realm of expertise. So there could be something spiritually attached to him, and it would make him, but there's something attached to him, and it's been like that since he was a child.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, I'm gonna tell you something else too. That day that when you introduced me to him, which I'm not gonna say on the air, we only talked once. Okay. We only talked once. We kind of like clicked, but he was in a different realm than I was. I was more of the psychic realm and the medium realm, and he was more into like, oh, I got books and I talk about the planet X, and I'm like it just, I mean, we kind of clicked in a way because we lived in the same town, but as far as like spirituality, we don't mix because I'm a different person than he is. So his energy is completely different from mine. His is more like he thinks that he's better than everybody else. That's what kind of impression that he's giving me. Like he can just talk and talk and talk, and he won't talk over you and won't even hear what you have to say, and then he'll rudely interrupt you. That's what kind of energy I got from him just within 20, 30 seconds when I talked to him. So, that's just the difference between me and him. His energy is completely, I guess I don't want to say it like this, but his energy is completely whack compared to mine. He just, I don't know, it just seems kind of just weird to me. But that's just how I perceived him. I don't know how, but since you're a girl, you might perceive him, as attractive and good looking and real nice and sweet. But when it comes to, to me, from a guy to a guy, it just feels kind of weird. So, but yeah, that's
Okay.
what kind of.
Is he attached to me?
And in a way, I want to say yes. I think, like in a way that he can't talk to you because he knows that you probably don't want to talk to him. But whatever is attached to him is what's around you. Yeah.
And so when my nose itches or the lights flicker, it's that spirit, or is it him?
It's that spirit. Mm-hmm. And as a matter of fact, I don't want to say his name. We don't have to say his name, but I'm going to ask you a question. Was he ever like into like the paranormal, or did he go ghost hunting or something like that you know of? Because I feel like something, like he brought something home with him, either from here or he went to an event and he brought it back with him.
Yes.
Okay, well then that's probably what it is, because before you said yes, this is what I heard. And this is so weird because this is what they're telling me. Something to do with cemetery. That's all I'm going to say. Something to do with cemetery. It's either cemetery or something that he was not supposed to be there. And he did not research it, so that whatever it was is attached to him. And he probably thinks it's more pleasant. But whatever this thing is, this thing scratches. It leaves scratch marks on certain people. Now, as far as you, I don't feel like it would do that to you, but it would do that to him, like to where it would seem like, like real ugly marks to where it would leave him like a rash. And for some reason, I don't know why, but oh my God, this is so weird. I'm actually getting like it's a, oh my God, I can't believe I'm actually going to say this, but I'm going to say it. It's a female demon that's around him. And I don't know what you call a female demon. I want to say it's a succubus, but I'm not too sure. Or incubus or something like that. But that's what's around him.
Yeah, the succubus is definitely the female.
So that's what I was gonna say, Jessica. So I would say, just to be safe, is to protect yourself, just in case.
Okay.
If you can.
And
Okay.
should I tell him this? Should I call him and
Honestly, with
kinda...
the way that you feel kind of awkward with him, I would wait. I would wait until you feel comfortable to call him if you still have his number. I wouldn't just bring it up, because then he's gonna ask you, where are you getting all this information? And then you would probably end up say something that would slip out, and then he'd be like, who's telling you these things, or who are you getting a reading on me? So basically, he would probably think that you're spying on him. So I would just wait on that. Now, unless you can control yourself from like cussing the crap out of him, then you can call him, but just be careful what you say, because he is going to ask you questions.
Now, is he spying on me? Like on Facebook?
Now, as far as Facebook, hold on. I want to say, like in astral projection, he's spying on you. On Facebook, I would say, that's kind of like I want to say like a between yes and no, like kind of like a maybe, but not like constantly stalking you kind of thing. It's more like off and on, like to see what you post. So I want to say like a little bit. He does keep an eye on your post, but he does it more in the astral plane when he goes to sleep. He spies on you more than on there.
So when I saw a figure going straight into my room, was that a family member or was that someone else?
Honestly, I'm being told that you should know who that was, because if it felt very not familiar, that's your answer. It's more like someone that you do not know. It's
because
just someone...
when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, I wonder who that is, type thing.
Yeah, so... but that's what I would say, is just to be careful and just keep your guard up. Don't let your guard down. Now, if you want to tell him, I would rather you tell him when you're ready. Because right now, if you tell him now, you're not going to know what to say, and it's going to feel kind of awkward with you on the phone with him. And then who knows what that's going to do.
Is he going to try to contact me soon, or?
Honestly, is he going to contact you? Well, I heard no. So it's more like you have to call him to let him know that you still know his number. Okay. And then you can tell him that, you know what, I've been feeling you around me, and I know what your energy feels like. And then that's where it's going to start the conversation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But I'm glad that you called. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much for calling in.
Thank you very much, and I will be talking to you later, Chris, and I'll be listening in, and thank you very much. Have a good evening.
You're welcome, and bless you, and thank you for calling.
Bye.
Good night. It was great hearing from you. We also have a caller from area code 206. Who are we talking to?
That would be Nikki.
Hey, Nikki.
So,
Hey, Tessa. Hi, Chris.
hi, girl. What's up? How can I help you tonight?
Well, I've been grieving, and I'm not picking up certain things right now because of it. And a friend of mine has passed, and I've gotten little things. But I'm wondering if she has any messages for her children, grandchildren, and spouse.
Okay.
And if not, that's fine,
And-
because she may not decide to do anything. But
well,
because I'm grieving, I just don't, I can't sense certain things right now.
okay, well, right now, the only thing I can get is that, she's still trying to like something to want me to talk. The only thing
Yeah, you're kind of breaking up. It's weird, Chris. I don't know what's going on with that.
get is that she is still
Oh, sweetie, I can barely pull that out.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Chris. You're breaking up. Should I try calling you back on your phone instead of Skype, or what would you like to do with that?
She is. It's almost like kind of like it almost seems kind of like
There we go.
she's having no. Can you hear me? Yes or no?
can hear
I
you
can
now.
hear you, but it.
Okay, well then I won't move because I guess it's because I'm moving around because I'm pacing back and forth. But
Yeah,
what I
stay
was
right
saying
there.
is- okay, well, what I was gonna say is, she's having a hard time going through transition, and it's kind of new to her because she's not in the physical body; it's her spirit now. So she's having a hard time accepting that she's gone. Okay, and I can see her like crying. She's at peace, but she's in between to where she's overwhelmed because she can see y'all, she can hear you, she knows what you're thinking because she's been watching you. And as
Yeah,
a
I
matter
know
of
that.
fact, I can feel that I'm seeing like lights flickering, and I'm hearing the doorbell. So she's finding her best way of communicating with with y'all. And oh my God, I just got chills. Hold on. Oh my God, this is gonna make me cry. Sorry guys, I'm getting a little emotional, empathic. Okay, she's telling me to tell you, Nikki, and I want you to listen to this, okay?
I am.
Don't be surprised if she calls you from her cell phone.
That is hysterically funny to me right now because I was just thinking about her cell phone this afternoon and I couldn't figure out why.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. She might just call you. So when you see the number, you're
Yeah.
gonna hear a lot of white noise. So try to listen to what she's got to tell you because that's gonna be her. Oh my God, I'm getting chills all over as I'm saying this.
She can do that with a blow dryer with me. I mean, if I blow dry my hair, that's one of the other ways that I've had spirit come. Boy, they've got to yell to get my attention. But that's one of the other ways that I've had a spirit come through to me before. Scared the what out of me, but
yeah. And I'm gonna tell you what's funny. You might try something else too, besides what you say, the blow dryer.
Yeah.
Do the phone thing, okay, and then you can try this. But that's just depending on how your weather is where you're at. Put a box fan by your window, and it has to be this where, and then put the fan on, and leave the window open. And I guarantee you, through the vibration of the air, you're gonna hear whispers through the fan. Like if you know how like when you were little, when you would always like how some kids would like get in front of the fan and say hello, like an echo. That's what you're gonna hear. That's what you're gonna hear through the fan. So instead of you doing it, that's gonna be her doing it. And as a matter of fact, you know what I'm getting? She's laughing because she's like, Nikki, you better be ready because I'm gonna pay you a visit.
She already has a couple of times. But yesterday I heard her singing, and it was the most angelic voice. And it was a song during her memorial service, and I went, okay, is this a memory or is this? And I went, no, this is not memory. This is her singing, and that made me start crying. I lost it. Totally lost it.
Yeah. And I'm being told to tell you that he is going to communicate, and you just validated about the phone. So I'm being told to tell you that you will get a call from her, and it will be staticky.
So I need to have my tape recorder next to me.
Yeah. And then if you don't have that, you might have to have I think it's called the PSK radio, the one that came on Gross Adventures. Get one of those with a speaker, and I guarantee you she's going to come through.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Now, as far as her kids, she's having a hard time with that too, because I don't know how many kids she has, but I'm being told that she has one daughter and then I think two boys or something. I'm hearing like twins.
You got the two boys.
Okay.
You've got the two boys correct, but she's got a number of kids.
Okay, well then I'm being told that one of the youngest is very empathic, and I think she's afraid to go to them because the pain of her gone, seeing her in the spiritual form, I think it would scare them. Even though it's their mom, but I think she's just afraid of communicating with them. They're not ready.
It's the youngest female.
Yeah. So, but I do feel that she will communicate with you, and whatever you have to say, she's going to use you as the messenger to tell her family.
She already did that once.
But she's telling me that she's going to use you more because they're going to know that you're going to be communicating through her, because there's going to be certain things that they know that you're not supposed to know. And when you tell them, they're going to start crying because they're going to be like, wow, that's mom. That's mom talking through her.
Yeah. Okay.
And I just want to give you on my behalf, I give you my condolences, and I'm sorry to hear about your friend, and I know that you will be fine. It's going to be a hard process because you're still grieving. But you have to look at the bigger picture of why this happened and what your mission is to give some healing to her family. And there's a reason why this is happening to you, because she trusted you, and as a matter of fact, she's telling me to tell you that she saw you as a sister.
That's exactly what she told me years ago.
So you're like a big sister to her. So
no, little sister.
but now I'm seeing like she's telling me big sister because she's looking up to you, and she wants you to let everybody know that that it's overwhelming, but you have a big responsibility now. Okay?
Okay. Wow, Chris, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, anytime. I'm blown away.
You're welcome.
I'm so glad you called in, Nikki, and I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah, thank you. I am too. She's a wonderful, wonderful person, and heart of gold. Incredible. Anyway, I will let you go so you can go to somebody else, but thank you so much for the info, Chris. I really, really appreciate it.
You're welcome, and God bless you.
And you too, my dear. Bye.
Bye, Nikki. Have a good night. And thanks so much for calling in. I'm so glad Chris could help you out. Now we have area code 541. Who are we talking to?
This is Tiffany.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm still hanging in there, girl. You know how my problems are on Facebook, but I already told everybody that I'm not going to be on Facebook Live as much anymore. But that's my own personal issues there. But anyway, so how can I help you tonight?
I was just wondering what's going on because I'm kind of worried. Next month I have court, and I'm just wondering what to expect. What, Gavin? I'm like,
The only thing that I was going to tell you is that you're just going to have to just be expecting a big surprise because you're going to be going through a lot of stuff at the court. And I know that you messaged me, but I know I've been too over busy and then I've been overwhelmed with a lot of my own personal issues. But
okay.
I do see that you will be fine. And as far as are they going to let him go? I'm being told to tell you no because you're going to go through hassle with this. I was actually going to use another word, but I'm not going to say that word. But you're going to go through hassle with him, and it's not going to be that easy.
Yeah, because he put what is it, like a restraining order type of thing on me, and that's why I'm just wondering what to expect. Because I was trying to get answers from him.
Well, I'm telling you, if he doesn't answer you, it's because he's avoiding you. He doesn't want nothing to do with you. He's just doing it just to, I guess, for y'all to move on. It's like he wants you, then he doesn't. It's kind of like he doesn't know what he wants anymore. He just wants to be free.
I was trying to make peace with him a while back, and he was lying, saying that me and my friends are threatening him. Well, nobody's threatening him. So I don't know what his deal is. All I know is, like, I just hope it doesn't go too bad next month.
Well, you better be prepared just in case. Because you're going to see a different side to him, and it's not going to be him.
Like, a really mean side?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, keep a lookout for that.
Okay. All right, yeah, because I've been worried about that, so I just didn't know what to expect, like, coming up. So, All right, well, thank you, Chris.
You're welcome, and
all right.
Take care.
All right, you have a good night. All right.
Thank you so much for calling in.
All right, thank you. Good night. Bye.
Good night.
Okay, so our next caller is Chris. Chris and Chris. We got Chris and Chris on the line.
Nice to see you, Chris. I haven't talked to you in a while. I hope everything's fine.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot better from, the first time when I was on, the last time I was in Tessa's show and everybody was like, it's just, I've been going through a lot, it, a lot of people know, but I'm not going to let that get to me. I'm actually even self-healing myself, and it takes some time, but I'm getting through it and keeping myself busy.
You sound like you're starting to move ahead.
Yeah, and that's good because, everybody's been telling me that I'll make it and I'll be fine. It's just that me helping and giving closure, it kind of like, I don't know how to put it, but I guess it's, as I'm helping y'all, I'm helping myself. And that's the most beautiful feeling ever. You don't even know how much this means to me to be on Tessa's show or any other shows because it keeps me busy and it keeps me occupied. And it keeps me of thinking of what I have going on in my life and helping others. And it just gives me inspiration and closure as I'm helping others too.
You've been there for me, and I made sure I was available for you. You're doing better.
And I appreciate that. I guess you're very observing. There's a lot of others that are probably not, and others that don't even know what's going on with me. But I just feel like it's very interesting, that, everybody's been there for me, and it's a beautiful thing. But But I'm glad that you called in. So, is there any questions that you have, or is it that you just wanted to talk to me and let me know that you're there for me? So, is there anything that you have in mind?
That was the first thing, but I already told you a message what question I wanted to ask. It's the first question I've asked in these shows in a while.
And what is the question?
I had a dream about a surname. Caputo.
Well, I think with you, you just keep looking up, finding more information, and they're just telling
and
me
what's
that
weird is I never looked that name up until the dream forced me to.
Wow.
That's what happens. I look up after the fact.
As a matter of fact, I was actually going to talk about that on this live that I was, because I was on live earlier today, and I had the most weirdest premonition. And I had a premonition last night that it really scared the crap out of me. That, just put it this way, with the information that I saw and everything that I saw, it scared me because I feel like, how can I put it? It seems like it's almost like people want to come after me, like almost wanting to kill me kind of dream I had. I don't know, but I'll go into more about it maybe if I have time between the show so people can hear what I actually saw and see what they think about this, if y'all are interested. And if not, then I will maybe talk about it later on Facebook Live or something else. But today it really scared me this morning, and it scared me so much that I actually looked at my window. That's how bad it scared me. So
I'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you what. Okay, you know what? Now that you mentioned this, I want y'all to tell me what you think. Okay, and this is a dream. Okay, this was last night. As a matter of fact, in the dream, it looked like in my grandma's house. Okay, my grandma in the dream, she was alive. Okay, it was me, my mom, and my grandma, but my mom was asleep, and so was my grandma. So in the dream, what really kind of startled me or kind of really scared me to my core was in the dream. It seems kind of like boring. It seems kind of boring in the beginning because it got me thinking, like, why is this guy coming out of nowhere? We didn't even know who he was. I say he's probably about 5'7", 5'8", real spiky hair. He comes to the house and he says, "Well, can I fix your house?" We don't know where this guy comes from, but we told him yes. And in the dream, he was going under the house to go, to fix under the house. But in reality, my grandma's house doesn't have to where you can go under. You know how where if you live in a trailer home, you can go under the house. Okay, in a trailer home, you can go under a house, or if you're in an old house, you can go under the attic or something like that. But in my grandma's house, my grandma doesn't have an attic. But in this dream, it did. So what he was supposed to be doing was supposed to be fixing, I guess, the pipes underground the house. And we never went to go and look to see what he did. And that's what kind of I guess we should have did. But I went to go look at him, because I kept feeling something wasn't right about him. And within 10, 15 minutes, he was already done. He's like, "Well, I'll see y'all later." And instead of asking for money, he just took off and we never saw him again. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Okay, remember, that's one guy, right? Okay, this is where it gets...
I'm walking through this.
Okay. The first one, when I told you about, he was fixing the house, right? Now, all of a sudden, this guy, I hear knocking on the door. I'm hearing knocking on the door. On the door. All of a sudden, I open the door, and in my grandma's house, it has she had a metal door. She had one of those metal hard doors to where you had to open that door, and you could still see them, but it was one of those heavy doors where if you hits against the frame of the the frame of the door, it makes this ding sound. So it was metal. It was one of those hard metal doors. So I opened the wooden door, and you'll never guess what I saw. I saw a guy with dark hair, very slick back hair. He was wearing a lot of black, and he had a gun facing when I opened the door. So then when he opened the door, I said, oh, crap. I said, oh, wow. So when I saw the gun, I slammed it on him. Like I slammed the wooden door. But even though he was facing the gun towards either my mom or my grandma, but he was like, because when I opened the door, I was standing on the side, so he could have hit me, but he didn't shoot. So when I closed the door, I freaked out. So I was like, oh my God. I said, this is so weird. So I was like, oh my God. So it scared me. So then I only saw this one guy that, like I said, he opened the door. I opened the door and he showed that gun, like facing towards me, like he was going to shoot. But I guess I reacted fast that he didn't get a chance. So instead of like thinking that he was going to leave, he tapped on the window. And lucky enough, in the dream, the window blinds were open, so I could see him. And he says, "I want you." And when I looked at him, I'm not going to say it on the radio, but I actually said a bad word to him. I said, "If you're going to get me, go ahead. I dare you." And then so then after that, I cussed him out. Which I'm not going to talk about in the air. He tapped the window and he pointed the gun towards like one of the family members that were asleep. And I said, if you hurt them or if you even kill me, I said, I'm going to haunt you. I said, don't be coming after them. If you want me, because I know you're pointing the gun at me, but you're pointing at them because you know I care about them. I said, leave them alone. If you're going to take me out, come after me. Mm-hmm. So he said, well, I'm going to get you. And then I'm actually going to say this. I actually did something with my finger, which you more or less get an idea. I did something with one of my fingers and I threw it at him. And then he was like, okay, you're going to be like that? I said, yes, it's like that. So then this is where it got interesting. He walked away and across the street, there was a dump truck. 2 more guys. And this wasn't just a dump truck that does garbage, that throws your daily garbage. This was a dump truck that pick up the trash, that usually the ones that pick up those bigger dumpsters, and then they goes over. It picked one of those up. Truck. Yeah, and across the street, I could see them looking at me, and I could hear them screaming that we're gonna get you, and we're gonna get you, and then all of a sudden, I woke up, but I remember seeing the 3 guys in that dump truck, and then the one before that, when the one that was supposed to pick up something under the house, I have a feeling that whoever this guy is connected to those 3 other guys, and I don't know if this is. Oh my God, I'm actually wanting to just cry, but I don't know if this is something that if I'm going to work on a missing persons case. Or something that it's going to be to the effect that if I'm going to help somebody like with a crime, and then whoever these guys are, they're going to come after me after the fact that I either put their ass in jail, or I'm going to figure out something that's going to be to where it's going to get so deep that my life is going to be in danger. I haven't figured out what this dream means. I haven't read anybody. I only read one person today, as a matter of fact, before the show, but that was like a lot earlier. And I've always known that every premonition I have always got to do with the client. But this time, I don't feel anybody yet that has anything to do with this dream. But I'm keeping my eyes open. I'm keeping an eye on everyone. It's more like a premonition that I'm being very aware of because it scared me because they were pointing the gun at me. So I don't know what the listeners think about this, but I know I'm here to give people readings, but it really scared me because I don't know what I'm going to get involved in. I mean, you all know that I do missing persons cases. Y'all know that I'm interested in helping the cops and stuff. So I don't know if this is a warning that once I get more bigger, I need to be more careful because there might be people after me. I mean, right now, there's nobody after me. And I'm happy for that. But I need to keep
an helped you read a particular person that had bad energy. You know how to cloak? Spiritually cloak? You need to do this right now. Because precog dreams also, there's a spiritual thread that's already being established. You need to cloak yourself as soon as after a show, if you can.
Okay, but then I'll work on that, Chris, and I'm glad that you called, and I'm sorry, guys, that I needed to talk about this because it really...
It's perfectly all right.
And it does bother me because when I have premonitions like this, it never fails. It's always something I find out. It could be like a friend of the family. It could be a friend that I'm close to. It can even be me.
Hey, you guys, I hate to interrupt, but we do have to go to our first commercial break. So you guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Looking for nighttime adventure? Old school radio that delves into everything out of the norm? Then check us out at Spaced Out Radio. This is Dave Scott. Every Monday through Friday, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, we're going to take you on a wild ride ranging from conspiracies to true crime and every ghost, alien, and Sasquatch story in between. We're always live, and we're always interactive with you. So join us at spacedoutradio.com, where together, we own the night.
Hey, guess what? You can now get your brand new Spaced Out Radio swag at spacedoutradio.com. We've brought the store back with all new items for you to pick out and pick up for yourself, your family, or friends. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, we got it all. All you have to do is head to our website and click on Store. Choose what you want and it's shipped to you. The Spaced Out Radio store is right there for you. Come shop with us at spacedoutradio.com. Then we can own the night together.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Canada's largest UFO conference is ready to roll in Toronto this September 21st and 22nd at the Alien Cosmic Expo. This year is about the experience. Listen to the stories of Dave Scott, Travis Walton, Paula Harris, Grant Cameron, Ryan Stacey, Richard Dolan, Leslie Mitchell-Clark, and more. Get your tickets now at aliencosmicexpo.com.
Coming soon to our website, spacedoutradio.com, is the SOR Space Travelers Club. For just $5 a month, you can get into a private area on our site where you can hang with other listeners in our chat room, post in our forum, and check out a bunch of exclusive content and store that won't be found anywhere else, including a nightly after-show party with Dave. It's going to be the best $5 a month you're going to spend. The SOR Space Travelers, only at spacedoutradio.com.
Are you tired of being blocked, shadow banned, or placed in jail for simply posting your thoughts on social media? Social Media Freedom can take care of that for you. Social Media Freedom is the newest and one of the best free new apps that allows you the freedom to post what you want, when you want. It takes seconds to download from your app store. Come join the tribe at Social Media Freedom. It's time to set yourself free.
Visit purpleplates.com today. For over 40 years, the Purple Energy Plates have been delivering amazing results for their many customers. Inspired by the great genius Nikola Tesla, the harmony, healing, and energetic effects of the plates have proven over and over to be beneficial and often miraculous to thousands of customers. Check their site for daily specials and choose from their many energy products. You won't be sorry. Visit them today at purpleplates.com.
If you're heading to Vancouver, make sure you stop by the official bar of Spaced Out Radio, the Moose Vancouver. It's the place to party in YVR. At the corner of Nelson and Granville, the Moose Vancouver is always up to speed with a kitchen staff that serves great food. All food on the menu, $6.95 to $8.95. There's a reason the Moose Vancouver is recognized as one of the hottest spots on the West Coast. Get your horns up for the Moose Vancouver. Come get spooked at the 4th Annual Forest Moon Paracon in Cedar-Woolley, Washington, Saturday, September 28th. UFOs, ghosts, aliens, Bigfoot. Speakers include Mike Morin and Jason Jordan, R. Keith Andrews, and Dave Scott from Spaced Out Radio, and so much more. There will be workshops and a VIP roundtable. Get early bird tickets now at fmparacon.com.
A timepiece is a reflection of who you are, and what better way to show off the real you than with an Escape watch? Escape is a lifestyle brand accessorizing your days and nights. Choose to escape and create the life of discovery that you deserve. Dream, play, unite with your own personalized Escape watch. Head to escapewatches.com. There is no time like the present to enjoy your escape. Use promo code SMF2017 for your 20% discount today.
Every night on Spaced Out Radio, we have places for you to hang out. Hi, this is Carl. Join our SOR Space Travelers group on Facebook for live chat. On Twitter, using hashtag Spaced Out Radio. You can also join us in our Spreaker chat room. Check us out on Instagram at Dave Scott SOR. All of our archives are free on YouTube at Spaced Out Radio. By the way, I'll be watching you at your window until you do. Bye!
Hello, this is your guitar man, Ron Bumblefoot Thal, and I have to tell you, I love the response I get for Little Brother is Watching from Spaced Out Radio fans. It's amazing how music can inspire and make people think deeper about what's going on in the supernatural world. You can head over to my website, bumblefoot.com, to check out my music, my guitar workshops, my touring, even check out some of the hot sauces that I'm working on. And make sure you keep on listening, because with Spaced Out Radio, you know Little Brother is watching.
Looking for a place to advertise at a very reasonable cost? Look no further than Spaced Out Radio. SpacedOutRadio.com has an advertising tab that you can click to check out our daily, weekly, and monthly packages to play on the radio, or our website including social media. From commercial spots to banners, we have it all. Check out our competitive pricing today.
You can follow Tessa on Twitter at TessaTNT, on our YouTube channel, Spaced Out Radio, and our website is spacedoutradio.com. Now, back to Spaced Out Weekend host, Tessa Nicole Thomas.
Hear the sound again, voices dancing in my head, smile wide, drowning slowly as the echoes rise.
Hey guys, we're back. Sorry for the delay. We are with Chris Garcia for Psychic Sunday, and we're also joined by Chris from Pennsylvania. Welcome back, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. But it was amazing, Chris. I was just on a research mission from that dream, and you outright contacted me, Chris. You sent me a wave, and I acknowledged you, and it was like you and I were in each other's head.
Yeah, and I'm glad you called in, Chris, because I know that you've always given me good guidance, even though I'm helping you. But it really, you don't know how much I appreciate everything that you've done too, because you're, like I said, you're a good inspiration. And I'm pretty sure, like, people are going to probably tell me something, maybe, if I do the after party, because I'm not going to stay up too late because I didn't sleep that much tonight. I mean, earlier. So if I do stay up, it's only going to be for like maybe an hour or so. So that's giving people heads up that I may not even stay up too late. But other than that, I really appreciate everybody, and I appreciate Tessa, because I know that since I'm getting, working my way up, I will keep a lookout with my personal information, because now that I had that premonition, the only thing that I'm getting at the time is just to be very aware and be careful what I say.
Yeah, Tessa is one of the million people. Her and everybody at SR have made a positive influence in my life. I can't tell you how much I appreciate every one of you.
And I appreciate you too. And I'm glad that you called in.
God bless you, sir.
And God bless
you
you
careful.
too.
Call me anytime if you feel like you're afraid, and I'll help you do some work.
Okay, sounds good.
Have a good night.
You too.
Good night, Chris. It was so
Bye.
good to hear from you.
Good night, Tess. Thank you very much.
No worries. We have a question in the chat room really quick. Shar was wondering if you had any messages for her, Chris.
And what's her name?
Shar.
The only thing I get is, I think she needs some kind of guidance, is like some kind of direction. Because I'm getting like she's kind of like confused of where she's going and where she's headed. And then I'm being told that there's a lot of activity around her as well. So there might be some kind of issues around her. And I'm getting like I'm hearing anxiety. So she's like overwhelmed with a lot of her personal stuff and energy around her.
And she wanted me to clarify, it's not just Shar, it's Sharon. But yeah, so far what you've been saying sounds pretty right on to me, but continue on.
But that's what I'm feeling from her, and I do feel that she's going to experience a lot of changes, and I'm thinking this year is going to be a little bit better than last year, a little bit more. And she will be getting signs all over, so I'm being told to tell her to pay attention to road signs or any signs that seem kind of normal, like how when you stop something and if it keeps showing up, or if she sees an image of something and then when she looks it's not there. I'm just being told to tell her to pay attention to the signs, because they're going to be all over the place.
And she is also wondering, are you getting a message or anything from her son, her deceased son?
At the present time, all I'm saying is that he's looking out for her, and he does miss her, and I'm hearing like mama or mommy. So he does miss her, and he wants her to know that he's always around her. I'm being told that sometimes when there's like a cold chill, where I'm getting like a cold breeze, I'm hearing that like almost whispers in the air or whispers in the room, and I'm being told that is him. Doesn't mean to scare her, but that's how he's coming through.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, Chris. And we also had a person in the chat room wondering, are you going through transition right now, Chris? That's what his question was. Is the guest in transition?
Who's asking?
Adderall? Adderallian.
Right now, it depends what you mean by transition. You want to be more significant of what you mean by transition, because there's different types of transitions. I don't know what she means by that, or maybe she heard the dream or something. But just tell her to be more specific, and I can answer that question.
Outer Alley, and if you could be more specific, that'd be great. In the meantime, we have a caller from area code 425. Who are we talking to?
You're talking to Robin.
Hey, Sir Robin.
So, my question is, when I was much younger,
Mm-hmm.
I had a dream, and it was very vivid. That I could see the underworld, or underworld, hell, whichever you want to call it, and I wasn't scared, and I could easily see demon, devil, or the devil, and it was looking at me, and I would like to know the reason why.
I guess it's because in your past you probably did a lot of stuff, something in your past life that you probably have drawn that kind of negative energy to you. It's almost like don't mean to scare you, because I'm pretty sure you're not scared of anything, but I'm being told to tell you at that specific time when you had that dream, it's because they want your soul because of something you did, and you drew them to you. You drew them to you, and then they're drawn to you. But it's something that you did in the past. That's why I'm being told to tell you whatever you did, or you probably don't remember, because not everybody remembers their past lives, but there must have been something that you drew, or maybe you were something bad in that lifetime. So you're going to do your best to try to correct it in this life and be more in the light when, in this life, and try to correct whatever you can. So if you have conflict with people or issues, just forgive them and just try to learn and grow from your experiences. Because I'm being told that these dreams that you are saying that are very vivid, it's not just your imagination. It's something that you did or something that you have always drawn to. It's almost like they're telling me that there's like a spiritual attachment. And as a matter of fact, there is still a spiritual attachment to you in this life. It's just not as vivid as what that dream was, but there is something attached to you spiritually.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my other question is that it just happened to me very recently while you were talking to Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at a DVD case,
Mm-hmm.
and it automatically changed, and it changed to the fourth kind. And then when I looked back, it was different. And I'd like to know the reason why for that.
Are you talking about cards?
No, the fourth kind, the movie.
Oh, that's probably something with the sign. It's because I'm being told that there's I can't even talk. There's a message in between what you're seeing, and that's what you have to figure out what that is, because it's something to do with. It's trying to get your attention, so you need to pay attention. And I'm being told to tell you to watch it, write down what is very significant about what the numbers change or whatever you're seeing, because you're gonna find out your answer once the movie or whatever you're watching. You're gonna find out what your answer is at the end of the results. So in other words, there's a message in between. It's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks for calling in, Sir Robin. It was great to hear from you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
And I know that we were. And you know what's so funny, Tess? I'm glad that you told me what you felt, because I know that, other people are probably listening, but that really got me thinking, and I'm glad that you told me that, and you're like a good sister to me. And it just, I will keep a lookout on everything, because I don't, when I saw that, I don't take anything lightly. So it could be a red flag for something that might be doing in the next few weeks, or in the next month, or anything of that nature. But I will keep a lookout, and I will keep you updated because of what you told me. And I appreciate your guidance.
Oh, no worries.
Okay.
And definitely, always be careful with the sort of work you're doing. And you know how to spiritually, but protecting yourself against people that would see you be harmed or not be doing the work that you're doing could totally happen. And that's what I was picking up on from the dream that you shared with us. And I know you get a lot of messages through your dreams. It's been very interesting hearing these messages that you shared, with us online and such, with the different dreams that you've had. Could you kind of share with our listeners some of the different visions that you've had as far as the world that we're living in? While we're waiting for more callers.
I think for me, I've seen just a little bit of everything, and these premonitions I've had, people have told me that I guess God, or whatever you want to call it, the light worker up there in heaven, is using me for different jobs, because every psychic's got a different job. So I'm thinking that maybe there's something that he's throwing to me to tell the world. And I'm thinking that, not the dream that I had, but I'm thinking the other premonitions I've had is that the world is getting very close to ending. So I think that we all need to love one another and spread more love and light, because we're destroying what we know as life itself. So I think we need to just have inner peace with another, stop being racist with another, and love another as God would love us. So that's the bigger message that I'm being told to tell everybody, is just love one another and take care of one another. Don't be against each other.
Well, that's a good message to take away from it. And, it seems like a lot of times we think we're moving forward, but then we see all these hateful and racist things happening around us. And it's like, are we actually moving backwards? Like, instead of progressing, we're digressing. And it's kind of sad to see. It's like, wow, I thought we were over all this stuff already. And now we're going through it again. But, I guess different phases, different strokes for different folks. But, Dennis was saying, interesting, empaths are getting hit hard right now. Precogs, energy workers in general, huge energies right now.
Yeah. And that is true. Because we're going through a lot of stuff, and me knowing what I'm going through within the past week, that last time that we were on the show, I went through a lot of stuff, and I kept thinking that maybe this dream was all the baggage that I'm carrying inside of me. But then I kind of look at it and I'm thinking, no, I don't think so. I don't think it's all the emotional baggage. I'm just looking at it as that there is something that maybe I'm doing that I might not even know, that I might be threatening, like a threat to other people, because I'm getting more out there and helping others. And I think what the bigger message what I had last night is they're gonna try to shut me up before there's any more progress. They wanna put a stop to it, and they're just giving me heads up, saying, hey, you're working up the ladder, and this is the results. Not a positive result, but this is a result of you helping society, and this is how they look at you. They see you as a threat. So, I don't know how else to look at it, unless if somebody else, can call in and tell me what their perception of that, what it is, just to talk about it, to see what it is. Oh, and I was going to ask you, Tessa, did that other person get back to you with a question about the transition? Because I wanted to know what she meant by that. Is it because of the premonition I had, or what did she mean by that?
Yeah, I'm still looking. I haven't found anything yet. Adderallian, if you can kind of give us more information on what you were talking about when asking if the guest is in transition, that'd be awesome. And yeah, I'm still looking through all the comments here to see if I could find it. Yeah, it's so difficult sometimes. And Shar was saying thank you for her reading. Thank you, Chris. And he's asking if it was from this plane to the next.
Which one? About the
transition.
Oh, about the plane to the next. About me?
Yeah, are you going through a transition from this plane to the next at the moment?
Honestly, psychically, there could be, but I wouldn't be able to tell you to because I can't read myself. But there could probably be some kind of transition that I'm probably going from this dimension and going up even higher because of my vibration. That could be it, but I don't know what's waiting on the other side of the tunnel. So that could be a big possibility of why I saw what I saw and everything else along with it. So I don't know. That could be a possibility, and I appreciate that because that makes me think of that there might be another dimension that all the people that are at a very high vibration that we're probably going up the ladder with that too.
Awesome. And I'm looking through the chat room really quick to see if I'm getting anyone with questions in here. And if you guys would like to call in for a free psychic reading, I highly recommend it with Chris. When you did that psychic reading for my teammate Mel, we actually did an interview with the Durango Herald here in Durango, Colorado. And she brought up the reading that you did for her, which was her first and only reading she's ever had. And she's like, man, he was so right on. And it was such a good reading. And had nothing but good things to say, and she was so excited about it. She had to bring it up again to me, and I was like, I'm so glad you called in. Because at one point when you were doing the reading, I actually had to laugh because I was like, oh my god, he's so right on right now. But she really did enjoy your reading. Catalina in the chat room was asking, does Chris see me in a new home in or by May?
Okay, what's her name again?
Catalina.
I heard June. That's what they were telling me. So if anything, because she said in May, but I'm thinking that if there was something in May, it would probably be like towards the end. So I don't know how many days in May are, but I'm getting like very close to June. So I'm thinking like the beginning of June. So maybe like the 1st and 2nd. For some reason, because that's
And Sharon was saying, Tessa, tell Chris he just answered his own question. The dream is his higher self and his insecurities he has with himself. Let's see. And then we also just received a call from a 951 area code. Who are we talking to?
Oh, this is Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hey, Chris.
So what is it that you had to say? Because I know you were listening to the show. But I just wanted to tell you, what did you perceive, even though I didn't say anything about the dream on the live today, now that I talked about my grandma and the gun, what do you think about that?
To tell you the truth, I heard bits and pieces of it. I was in the process of packing and shipping. But I did hear Grandma's house. I did hear that it was kind of raised up like a mobile home. I did hear that part. But after that,
Yeah, but it was like more like, it was a very weird dream. Like they were pointing the gun at me, and I don't know. It's just weird. And Tessa already told me what it means and what my friend Christopher said. But it really got me thinking, and I don't know. It just makes me think that I must be a bigger threat than I really think I am, because I don't give myself all that credit. And everybody that knows me knows that I'm very humble. I don't get it too where it gets to my head, because I'm still humble. I'm still considerate. I'm caring. So with these premonitions, I'm thinking to myself, like, why are you coming after me? I'm nobody, But I guess in the other plane, it's giving me feelings that I must be a bigger threat in reality, and it hasn't sunk in yet. You know what I'm saying? Because of all the validations and putting people's life and giving them closure. So maybe that dream, that even though you didn't hear everything, but I must be a bigger threat for them to saying that we want you and they're pointing a gun at me. So I must be doing something right, because there might be something bigger for me and I don't know what it is. There might be a bigger transition. I don't know.
Well, time will tell.
No, I know. And it's funny though, because I'm going to tell you, but when we did the Facebook Live today, I can tell you that we both got each other validation. And I know that for sure I had this feeling that California is going to be one particular area I probably will visit. And who knows, I might even want to meet Tessa, so I might even go into Colorado.
On the way.
Might just, so I don't know. There might be certain areas where I'm going to want to go and visit people and, and just meet all my best friends, my sisters, my supporters, and and not just stick to one area, but just to meet everyone and stuff. Oh, and that's another thing. Oh my God, I have the announcement. Okay, Kathy, you already know what this is. My T-shirts. I was gonna say, and I know that Tessa couldn't hear it because she was trying to fix the auto, but this is for you,
sorry
Tessa.
about that.
Okay, well, the T-shirt that Kathy has and everybody on my Facebook, that T-shirt sometime in June is going to be on Netflix on a ghost hunting show. So my shirt is going to be exposed on a TV show on Netflix.
That's freaking awesome.
That's what everybody told me. They're like, oh my God. And I could just imagine what that's going to do for me. It's going to open doors.
What kind of freaking huge ass advertisement is that? Like, that is huge. Do you know how many people watch Netflix? Hopefully they get a good, nice, large view of it. So they get your name out there and people are like, who's this Chris Garcia? That's going to be awesome. I'm so excited for you.
I think
and then when they start seeing the shirts.
I know. And then when they see the shirts, they're going to be like, oh my God, I want his autograph. But I know that I don't know how much of the population watches Netflix, because I'm not into Netflix, but from what I've heard, people are like Netflix fanatics. So there's a lot of people that I've heard Netflix is very popular in this day and age. I don't know the population of how many people watch Netflix between the ages of so and so. Maybe y'all can give me a range, because I don't know how many people watch Netflix. I don't know what the age limit on that is. Tess, now that we talked about Netflix, can you give me an estimate of what generation of the ages that watch Netflix, or it doesn't really matter? Or is there like a certain percentage of age? Like, what is the age limit that you've heard or seen with Netflix?
Well, I mean, my kids watch Netflix. There's certain shows that they watch on there. I actually download shows and kind of binge listen, aka watch them while I'm at work. I download it so I don't have to use my data because I don't have Wi-Fi there. But let me Google it really quick. What percentage of the population uses Netflix? But I know it's getting bigger and bigger. When it first came out, I don't know. There were some shows that I liked. There were some shows that I really wasn't digging, and they just keep getting better and better and better. And so many people are joining every week or every month or two. It seems like every month or two. It could be every 3 to 4 months. They keep raising the rate on it because they get more and more people. They're doing more and more things. And they have originals. Like Netflix comes out with some of the best originals that I've seen. But I'm Googling it really quick. Watch Netflix. Accidentally pressed enter before I was done typing my thought.
Now, but as you're figuring that out, I just wanted to tell you, Kathy, you're like a real good friend, and I'm just very proud of you for supporting me.
Don't make me cry.
And we've known each other for a very long time, and you've inspired me so much not to give up, and especially those those videos from, I forgot his name, Trent. I've been watching it.
Trent Shelton.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you one thing. His messages, I don't know what it is about him, but I noticed that since I've been watching his messages, it's almost like he's speaking to me, literally. So I just wanted to let you know that he, like, I don't know how to put it, but I just feel like he's spread the word, and I feel like he's actually making a big difference in my life. And I think he's one of the reasons why I feel a lot more, you know, and it's just, I don't know, I just don't know what to say, but I appreciate that, you know, you're trying to help me to heal, and I really appreciate it. You don't know how much that means to me.
Oh, thank you. Because, Chris, you don't know how many times after a live I get messages from people I don't even know asking, are you okay? And I tell them, you're healing. That's all I could tell them. You know? And they kept telling me, call you. And I kept saying, no, I don't want to bother him. He needs his time. And that's one of the reasons why I introduced you to Trent. I was hoping at least maybe he could get through to you. And I am so happy that he did.
Yeah, because I feel like he's almost like, even though I can't see him in front of me, but it's almost like he's speaking to me because of the certain topics that he has. Like, not everybody loves you, not everybody's for you. Especially one of those two, it kind of like, it really, I mean, it got me a little emotional. I ain't gonna lie to you, it got me emotional. But then at the same time, it made me think like, wow, this guy's actually talking to me. Like, he's actually speaking, you know, through the social media, and this guy's speaking to me. So, but I appreciate, but I'm glad that you told me that and you shared that with me, and I appreciate it. And,
well, you know, emotional is cleansing, and he's helping you heal.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, and I'm glad that you told me that people have been probably calling you, because I'm pretty sure there's other people that have called my other friends and are like, hey, you need to check out Chris's live because he's doing this and this and this and that, and he's talking this and this and that. Because I know people talking, I'm not upset about it. It's just that I guess because they care. Know. Yeah, and I understand that. So, but I'm just glad you called in, and I appreciate it.
You know I will.
And I won't make you cry on live.
You sent me the number. Oh, my. All righty. Have a good night. Thank you, Tessa, for having Chris on, and have a good night.
Well, thanks so much for calling in, and I love Chris to death. Like, I have to have him on every month since I first had him on, because he's just so amazing and accurate, and he has this amazing energy, and a lot of people can feel it. We've actually had people talking about it this evening, and anytime I have tech issues, it's when Chris comes on. And I'm like, wow, everything's been fine for months, and then all of a sudden my headphones don't want to work, and I finally just unplug the headphones, so I have to keep muting my mic when Chris goes to talk so we don't have an echo. But I love Chris. He's amazing, and he's my brother, and I do hope you come through Colorado and we get to meet, because that would be just another thing on my bucket list that I could check off. But as far as Netflix goes, they have 148.86 million subscribers.
Oh, wow.
Netflix reaches 300 million people. There's 80.77 million of international subscribers. Percentage of users that come from outside the U.S., 58%. Number of Netflix subscribers in the U.S., 58.49 million. Netflix revenue keeps going up in 2017, and they actually started in 1997, believe it or not. But in 2017, the revenue was $11 billion. 2018, $15.8 billion. Estimated Netflix brand $21.2 billion. There's so many different things going on here. Oh, amount of video users watch on Netflix per week, 1 billion hours. Could you believe that? That's insane.
Oh, wow. So you know what that tells me? I think with the T-shirt, it's gonna be off the charts. Because I mean, my phone doesn't even ring that much, but everybody, and I ain't gonna lie to you, Tessa, everybody's been telling me, Chris, if your T-shirt's gonna be on Netflix, I said your phone's gonna be ringing like it would not stop. And then you're going to be in your head, you'll be like, forget my number. But it's so weird though, because, that opportunity for it to be on there, they've told me, if many people have told me that once they see that t-shirt, they're like, it's going to open more doors for you, and it's going to be open more possibilities and opportunities that you don't even know. And maybe that's probably why all these weird, seem kind of odd premonitions are coming to me about, with that gun kind of thing. Maybe there is something bigger for me, and maybe, I guess the bad guys are seeing me as a threat because, they see me as something that I don't give myself credit for. And I really don't, because I'm just me. But I guess everybody else can see from outside in that they see that I'm more, that I made a big change in people's lives and closure. So there must be something that I must be scaring people out of their bridges, that they're just wanting to just try to get rid of me, because there's so much good that I'm probably going to do, and they know it. So, yeah.
Yeah, and it's super good to be humble, because once you start feeding the ego, and once you do that, you inadvertently start taking advantage of people to feed the ego, and then lo and behold, you start losing your gifts. And I don't see you ever going there, because you're such an awesome and amazing person. But also, you were asking about percentages of adults and kids and whatnot. It says the percentage of U.S. adults that stream Netflix is 23% daily. 1 billion hours per week. Binge watchers, 70%. Trying to see if it says anything about kids or anything, but yeah, that's a huge avenue for advertisement. I'm so excited for you for this to be happening, because, I mean, oh my goodness. Right? You're going to be like nailing the door closed. Leave me alone.
I think once they see that shirt, they're going to be like, who is that? Like, they're going to be like, you know what, and I even told a few friends of mine, and said, if y'all see this, can you record it and send it through a DVD? And I've had a few people who are like, oh yeah, because I don't have Netflix on my other phone, but I'm going to have to ask my friend to see when he's going to actually, what month or what date, so I can prescribe to Netflix during that time. And then I don't know what's going to happen after that, because I think you get like a free trial after so long, and then you got to pay. But I'll see what I'll do, because I don't want to do it right now. And then, because I'm, waiting for him to tell me when, because he told me he cannot give me that information. But when that time comes, it's going to be a big opportunity. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and that's awesome. So you can't even tell us what show we should be
I don't even know. I don't even know, so I can't tell you even if I did, because I don't know what the name of the show is going to be. So that's going to be kind of interesting, because I think after what I just said, people are going to be looking on Netflix like, let me see if I have any new paranormal ghost shows that are coming out. So I think people are going to be paying attention to their Netflix now.
I definitely will be looking, because I've actually watched all the ghost hunting shows on my Netflix, so anything new coming out I will definitely see and be watching or listening to while I'm working overnight security and trying to keep myself awake. Well, let's see. Do we have any more questions from the chat room? And anybody out there listening right now, if you want an awesome and accurate psychic reading, please give us a call, because Chris is amazing. The number is 970-335-9596. That's 970-335-9596 if you'd like to call in with your free reading, or you can leave us a message in the Spreaker chat room, as well as SOR Space Travelers, or PM me at Tessa in Thomas-Peterson on Facebook. But yeah, like Chris, like how did we even actually meet? Like how did we first come together? I'm sitting here thinking about it as you're talking to your friend, and I'm like, I know I had you on. Oh, I think you went through Dave first, and then I got a hold of you, or how exactly did that work out?
I think I got a hold of Dave, and I asked him if he wanted, to have a psychic, or if he had any psychics on the show, and he said I did, but I changed my my show, and then that's when he said, well, I have a friend named Tessa, and then I don't even know if we were already friends at that time, and I think we probably already were, and then that's when I hit you up, and then it was like for almost, I think like a month or two, we were back and forth trying to get a hold of each other until like one day you just called me out of the blue, and then I was like, oh my God, she's calling me. So then that's when I read you, and then that's when you said, well, you know what? I'm sorry, I've been really busy. We've been trying to play catch up or try to catch each other. One misses, one call, and then you're like, you know what day do you have available? And then that's when I've been on the show since. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember that little kind of square dance we were doing, like you said, the back and forth, trying to get a hold of each other, and we finally did. And I was asking Dave, I was like, how do I know if this guy's legit? And he's like, we'll have him do a reading on you, and then you'll know. And that's when I first started doing the show, so I was really like paranoid about who to let on and who not to. And I was like, well, can you do a reading on me? And you did, and you were so right on. I'm like, I definitely have to have this guy on. And then it was like every month after that, you're like, I don't know if I should come on every month or every couple months. But, yeah, I've had you on every month because you are so accurate and amazing. And I'm glad things are actually kind of growing for you. You just keep going further and further and further. And it's been pretty epic, to say the least. And I'm excited for the growth that you've been going under. It can be stressful, but it really is a good thing for you, and you're really going to shine bright and help a lot of people. But yeah. Celeste in the chat room was asking, what do we do with the money? And I asked her earlier, what money are you talking about? Are you getting anything for that?
What is she asking about money? Is she asking, is it a question about the money that I don't know what she's talking about, so I can't answer because I don't know what she's talking about. Just tell her to get back to, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't work that way. So just tell her whatever she's talking about, because she might even be talking to you, Tessa, and we might not even know it. So I'm not going to answer that question.
Yeah, she said, what do we do with the money? And I was like, what money are you talking about, Celeste? And I haven't heard anything back yet. But we'll go on to the next question until we get something more from Miss Celeste Marie. Here we have Sir Robin, and he's asking, when will I be going on ghost investigations with Mr. Ross Allison?
I want to say, for some reason, I want to say probably by the middle of the year. I'm getting like a feeling, because I'm feeling like he's got strong connections. Like it's like sooner than expected. It's like very, very close. So
yeah, and when he does, I'm going to be super jealous. I had Ross and his partner, Miss June, on, and they were telling me about all their epic trips all around the world, doing all these different ghost investigations and adventures, and they're actually based out of Tacoma and Seattle, Washington. And so I'm hoping when I go up there to visit my cousin brother's son, I'll be able to meet up with these two awesome people, because their energy was just amazing, and they had a light, bright, and happy energy. And I don't know, there's so many amazing people that I've met doing this show, and I'd love to meet them in person. And so also Sir Robin and myself and our guest that we had last night, Miss Megan Gehring, we're all supposed to go on a ghost hunt when I go out to the Washington area as well. Celeste on here was saying, I just have too many unknowns, and that's still not helping me with the whole, what do we do with the money? I'd say spend it on stuff you love.
Yeah.
Yvonne is saying something in the chat room. I am just observing how the chess pieces are moving. Kind of just on standby. Adnome says, Netflix, woohoo! And then he's wondering, Chris, how many gnomes fit in your pocket?
How many what fit in my pocket?
How many gnomes fit in your pocket?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, you really don't know until you try, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
It really just depends on how big are these gnomes.
I don't know. It's just kind of weird, because it makes you sit there and wonder, like, yeah, it's just very weird. I don't know. So,
Okay, so I'm still looking in the chat room for different questions. And getting compliments about the show tonight. And I think we actually have a call coming in. And we have a caller from area code 360. Who are we talking to?
Oh, hi, Tessa. This is Yvonne.
Aloha, Yvonne. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. The sun is out here. The rain has stopped.
Well, that's a good sign.
I know. I can finally do some of my spring chores.
Well, you can't have any May flowers without those April showers, so love and appreciate the rain. But I'm glad you got a break so you can catch up on your chores.
Well, in Seattle, in Washington, we rain a lot.
Yeah, I actually lived in Marysville, Washington for a while, and it did rain a lot. But the thing I loved the best about the Washington area was not only the oceanscape, but the blackberries. Wild blackberries, they were amazing.
Oh, yeah. The blackberries are, I don't know how the blackberries are going to be this year, but yeah, I look forward to it because I'm surrounded by them.
Yep.
So did you have a question for Chris?
Yeah, Chris, it'll be a strange question, but Wednesday night, I usually I carry like a high vibration and I hear this really high hum. It's not in my ear, it's just above me on my left side laterally about 2 feet, okay? That's I hear that, and I've just gotten, accustomed to it. But on Wednesday night, all of a sudden I heard 2 more vibrations come in, and it was much closer, and also a high hum, but kind of slightly different pitch. And then when I woke up the next day, I had a horrible headache. My body ached, and I was just wondering if you understand that phenomena or not. Am I going through an upgrade or just
I think is that you're probably picking up telepathically, maybe through your vibrations of the hearing part of you.
Yeah.
It's almost like probably like a different frequency. Now, I don't know if it's upgrading. It's just that you're probably just getting more and more. The only thing is that if you can't control it, it's going to cause you to get headaches. And that's probably why you had a major headache, because it's something that you're not new to and you have to adjust to it.
Well, yeah. So is there a way I can interpret it, or just wait until I get a clarification on it?
I'm being told to tell you just to wait, and then your guys are going to show you what it means.
Well, yeah, because I found and then my body, had like a slight chill, and I tingled all over.
Well, you're going to probably find out what that is.
Okay. Do you have a kind of like a timeline?
If anything, they're probably telling me, I want to say, this is going to be tough. I want to say probably, since you're kind of like new to it, it's going to take a little bit more than anything. It's not going to be just like right away. It's going to take some time.
Oh, well, I hope not for the next 5 years.
If anything, it's probably going to be because I heard like summer. So if anything, once you get your interpretations, you're going to know what it means, because it's kind of like you're just confused about it. And it's a different vibration that you have to figure out what your purpose of. Because I'm thinking, for some reason, you're going to be doing some kind of sound stuff, healing with it. So that you're going to be doing sound therapy and sound vibration with people. And when
sound,
you do...
Yeah, okay. Well, months before, I was playing with my singing bowl.
So that's...
because I like the vibration of my singing bowl, you know what I mean, type thing. And the thought did pop into my head about how can I use this vibration?
Well, they're telling me to tell you to be careful what you wish for, because now you got it. Now you got to have to learn how to adapt to
I
it.
know. I know. Yeah, I do have to be careful what I ask for. Well, thank you for the clarification, Chris. And you just keep plugging, just keep plugging and ground yourself more solidly.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And I'll be sending energy your way, baby.
Thank you so much for calling in, Yvonne. It was so great to hear from you. And I always love hearing your voice, and you have amazing energy, so that's always awesome as well. It just really comes through. It makes me smile, but I'm so glad you did call in.
Yeah. Well, I do try to share it, Tessa. That's why I spend my time in solitude. My time is spent going into states of meditation and sending my energy out to where it's needed.
That's awesome of you, and I'm so glad you do that for us, and thank you so much again for calling in.
Thank you, baby. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so we have a couple questions in the chat room, and Kit Kat was wondering, we do have you on here every month, Chris, but for those of us in the chat room or listening on the airwaves that have not heard of you before, because we do have several new listeners here in the chat room, can you tell our listeners who you are, Chris, and a little bit more about you so they can kind of get an understanding of who Mr. Chris Garcia is?
Oh, well, I'm a psychic medium, a clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. I also have the ability to see auras. I do like missing persons cases, paranormal cases, mediumship. You can say I do a little bit of shaman healing as well. Give people guidance and point direction. What else? I know I think I'm missing something. Oh, I have the ability to remote view also. And I can't think of anything else. I know this like something's just trying to prevent me from telling them because I guess they don't know, and I guess something's trying to like block me out, but I'm not letting it. But I'm just here to help people and guide them in the direction that I'm being told to guide them and give them some kind of point direction, because that's what I love to do. I give people guidance, and there's a few missing persons cases that I've done with certain people, and worked with law enforcement and stuff like that. So I do a lot of that, and I've done the Facebook Live investigations with a few friends of mine where they don't tell me anything, and they know they check the background and with the interviews, and I've been validated with that. But yeah, that's what I do, and then as far as my gift, I've had my gift. Noticed my gift at the age of 5. I guess when I give it out more to the public, like as far as in being a teenager, I think I noticed it more when I was like, say, between 10 and 12, and then more when it came out to be like when I was in my 20s. So I've been just doing that, and it's genetic in my family. I have other gifted cousins, but they're more like very quiet. My mom's gifted. My grandmother was gifted, but she's on the other side. And I want to say, for some reason, they're telling me to say this, but I'm the 5th generation in the family. So it's like genetic. So I don't know what else they want to know, but.
And it's so awesome how it does go through the family tree, and you're saying it's not only on your mother's side, but your father's side, and you're the 5th generation. And thank you so much for sharing more about yourself with us. But on that note, we do have to go to a commercial break. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Come get spooked at the 4th Annual Forest Moon Paracon in Cedar-Woolley, Washington, Saturday, September 28th. UFOs, ghosts, aliens, Bigfoot. Speakers include Mike Morin and Jason Jordan, R. Keith Andrews, and Dave Scott from Spaced Out Radio, and so much more. There will be workshops and a VIP roundtable. Get early bird tickets now at fmparacon.com.
Coming up this September 21st and 22nd, all UFO eyes will be focused on Toronto for the 4th Annual Alien Cosmic Expo. Come listen to some of the biggest names and experiencers in ufology. Travis Walton, Paul Hellyer, Richard Dolan, Paula Harris, Grant Cameron, Randy Kramer, and Spaced Out Radio's own Dave Scott. Tickets are on sale now at aliencosmicexpo.com.
Heading to Vancouver and looking for a night on the town? The Moose Vancouver is the bar that never stops rocking until 2 a.m. every night. The Moose has great food with everything on the menu from $6.95 to $8.95. Fantastic, vibrant staff and rock and roll that will bring you back to when the music was real, the hair was long, and the guitars were rocking. Get your party on at the Moose Vancouver, the official party bar of Spaced Out Radio.
Get your horns up with me on Spaced Out Radio. This is Ron Bumblefoot Thal. Come tune in to SOR where you can hear me rock out with Little Brother is Watching, the official theme song of Spaced Out Radio. And then come on over to bumblefoot.com where you can find out about my tour schedule, my music, and everything else. Bumblefoot.com keeps you up to date on what I'm doing and the best way to stay in touch with my music and music camps. Sign up for my newsletter at bumblefoot.com and remember, Little Brother is Watching.
Come get spooked at the 4th Annual Forest Moon Paracon in Cedar-Woolley, Washington, Saturday, September 28th. UFOs, ghosts, aliens, Bigfoot. Speakers include Mike Morin and Jason Jordan, R. Keith Andrews, and Dave Scott from Spaced Out Radio, and so much more. There will be workshops and a VIP roundtable. Get early bird tickets now at fmparacon.com.
You hear footsteps in the empty room above you. A rocking chair begins rocking by itself. Don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night. Reach for Spirit Storybox, the iPhone app the Huffington Post UK called the only ghost hunting app you will ever need. Spirit Storybox. The spirits are telling their stories. Are you listening?
Hi there, this is Geraldine Orozco from San Francisco's Bay Area Meditation. I invite you to join me the first Tuesday of every month with Dave Scott for Spaced Out Radio's The Spiritual You. In this fast-paced world we live in, it's time for you to take some time for you. We'll cover every possible subject from powerful meditation to healing techniques to your own intuition and spirituality. So come join us for The Spiritual You.
The freedom to post what you want, when you want. That's the social media freedom you need. Social Media Freedom is the free app in your app store. No need to worry about going to jail or being shadow banned any longer. It's the freedom to say what you feel. The freedom to know Big Brother isn't watching. It's the way social media is supposed to be. Social Media Freedom. It's time to set yourself free. Download from your app store today.
Come hang out with Spaced Out Radio where we own the night. This is Carl. You can follow Dave on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio, and during the show, use the hashtag Spaced Out Radio to chat with us live. On Instagram, at Dave Scott SOR. On Facebook, give our page a like, Spaced Out Radio Show. SOR archives are free on YouTube at Spaced Out Radio. Come join us, or I will come join you. See you at your window.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now. The Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
We are getting ready to relaunch the SOR Space Travelers Club at spacedoutradio.com. For $5 a month, you can join us for a plethora of features found nowhere else. Hang out in a private chat room during the show and after party. You can check out some exclusive content and a store specifically for you, as well as a private listener forum where you can post your thoughts, stories, and pictures. The SOR Space Travelers Club, coming soon to spacedoutradio.com.
Find your escape where time has no limits. It's about living today and cherishing the heritage of yesterday. a spirit of adventure for what is new, with the nostalgia of the past. Your timepiece is a reflection of who you are. Life surrounded by beauty from the world around us to the soul within. EscapeWatches.com. There is no time like the present to enjoy your escape. Use promo code SMF2017 for your 20% discount today.
Are you interested in advertising on Spaced Out Radio? Head to our website at spacedoutradio.com and click on our advertising tab. There, you will find an assortment of ways you can get your product out there with us, from radio commercials to banners and social media. Have a product you like our hosts to endorse? We can do that too. Visit spacedoutradio.com for more details.
Hi there, this is Dave Scott from Spaced Out Radio, and I want you to come on a nightly journey. Starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, every Monday through Friday, you can come hang out with me and the other space travelers. We have it all from Carl the Alien bouncing on by to those misfit gnomes causing havoc. It's 3 hours of fun and entertainment on those topics the mainstream really doesn't want to touch. Come get all paranormal with us at spacedoutradio.com, and together, my friends, along with our resident guitar god Bumblefoot, we own the night.
Sit back, relax, grab a drink, and listen closely. Spaced Out Radio continues through the weekend. From the mile-high mountains of Colorado to you, listening around the world, this is Spaced Out Weekend with Tessa Nicole Thomas.
Wow! Oh, and I just want to thank Mr. Ron Bumblefoot and all members of the band. Thank you so much for letting us use your music for Spaced Out Radio, Spaced Out Radio Network. And Mr. Bumblefoot, if you would share your address with me, I'd be happy to send you a thank you note. Chris, welcome back. So great to have you on this evening.
You're welcome.
So I did actually hear back from Celeste, and she was saying, sorry, the money we were left by a relative who died young. And she was also asking if you could do a reading for her. She just can't call in.
The only thing I can get about the money is to save it and then use it for whatever they need it to pay any leftover bills, because I'm being told that there's going to be piling up. And then as far as the reading for you, I know that you can't call in. It's okay. But, okay, what's her name again? So I can remember.
Her name is Celeste Marie.
Okay. The only thing that I'm getting is that she's having, I'm hearing like guy problems or guy issues or something to do with that. I feel like she needs to follow her heart to wherever she's doing. And then I kind of got something to do with a move or movement, or even going through some change of discovering herself. And I'm getting like more like a spiritual light worker that's learning to know about themselves. So I'm being told to tell you that you need to ground yourself and just be more aware of your surroundings and write everything that you see, everything that you feel, and everything that you touch. So I'm being told that you need to open yourself up more. And then there's something to do, like I keep seeing like the word move, something about a move. And I don't know if that's something to do where she's going to actually move, or maybe something to move with another job or something that she might be considering to try.
Awesome. We also have Adnome Solar Rocker, who is actually Adam Arismath, and he is wondering, can I get a reading without calling in because he's at work and he can't really call in at this moment?
Okay, what's his name again?
He goes by Adnome Solo Rocker, and then I know him also as Adam Arismath.
I'm kind of getting some kind of direction with him. Kind of like, I see like in the mind, like my mind, I see like a host, like with a mic. And I do feel that he's got multiple talents. I think he would be perfect for radio. And again, like a little bit of paranormal, investigator, or something of that nature. He keeps that kind of quiet. And I'm seeing like he's working behind a desk, but he's always been drawn to the unknown. But he keeps that quiet. And he seems very direct. And they're telling me that he tells it like it is. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what they're telling me to say.
Yeah, it sounds good to me. And, if you guys have any input on your readings or any extra comments, please let us know in the chat room if you're doing your reading by chat room. We also had a request from Lisa Marie, and she said she would like a reading, and she's fighting a headache right now, so she won't be calling in. So Lisa Marie would like a reading as well.
Now with her, I feel like with her it's kind of like, since she's got a headache, I think she's going through a lot of commotion, hard-working decisions that she needs to make of where she should stay or get somewhere else, to move somewhere else. Because I feel like she's kind of like, they're telling me she's kind of lost. But she doesn't bring that up because she keeps to herself. She's very independent. She has very limited friends. She doesn't trust a lot of people. There's certain people she does. And I do feel like she needs to try to work in an area of something to do with a workshop. I see like crafty stuff around her. And there might be some kind of abilities with her too. And that's why she's probably getting headaches. I'm getting that she's very sensitive, that she it's like she gets these allergies, and that could be something to do with the gift that I'm picking up from her.
Awesome. Nikki came back and she's asking Chris, am I an abductee? She's been questioning a memory and it's freaking her out, so she figured she would ask you if you get anything on it. Do you feel like she's been abducted?
I'm being told yes, she has, and it's been more than once. And it still might be going on as an adult, as a matter of fact. So she has been abducted more than once, and she's started ever since she was between, hold on, I want to say, like, I kept hearing 4 and 5, but she's had lucid dreams, and I think she noticed a lot of weird markings on her arms, and I think it's been just like that, and it's increased since she's gotten older. Like, she feels like she's been touched, not like that, but she's been touched by being abducted so many times. But I think it's just that she's had like lucid dreams too.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm sure like being abducted, I don't know. I feel she's very gifted, and that could enhance her gifts as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely getting some vibes off that. And her team, the UFO team, work very closely with UFOs and aliens and such. So that's pretty interesting that she's following in that line of work after having these experiences. Catalina was wondering, what's the best way to create magic in your life?
Well, there's different ways you can do it. To bring things, to manifest things. You can try candles, doing candle work. You can burn some incense too. You can mix up different types of scented oils with regular holy water, and just regular water, but I prefer holy water. And then there's different powders you can use to do that. You just got to know how to do your magic when you practice the craft. So there's many different ways. You can even, I'm being told to tell her that you can even use soaps. And you can like mark what you want in the soap. If you can't find a store that sells magical soaps, you can actually engrave what you want. So if you want to put protection, you can mark it with like a needle or something that's like very little, and just engrave what you want, and then you can put your name. Like you want to put success on the soap, you put the word success, ambitious, protection from harm, just different things, and then you can just manifest what you write into the soap, and then you take a bath with it, and it does work wonders. You can even put scented oils on it, anoint it, and that's one way you can make things happen for you.
Kit Kat was wondering if she could get a reading, and she said she wanted an accurate, awesome reading from Mr. Chris Garcia.
That sounded so funny when you said that. Oh my god. Okay, what's her name again, Kat, you said?
Yes, Catherine is her true name. Kit Kat, her nickname.
I kind of feel like she's, like, for some reason they're telling me it's like a driver of something, of some sort. And then I feel like she's like feeling like she needs some kind of direction in where she needs to be going. And then for some reason, hold on. I don't know why, but I heard San Francisco for some reason. I don't know why that's coming. Hopefully that's not somebody else, but I'm picking up some weird energy. But I think she just needs to follow her heart, because I think she already knows where she needs to go. And she needs to trust herself, because I think she's very in tune. She just needs to pay attention to things, because they're like right in front of her. Everything, all the signs are right in front of you.
So I'm thinking maybe she should take a trip to San Francisco.
Yeah.
I actually got to go there this last year, and I didn't get... Okay, I saw the very tops of the Golden Gate Bridge, but I didn't get to fully partake in it because I was busy trying to find the rec center to get a shower, because I slept in my car that night, and then get to the UFO conference that was going on there, and that's where I met Dave Scott, the host for the weekdays on Spaced Out Radio, and Eric with a K, and Dave from Beyond the Strange, and his amazing wife. That couple, they're so much fun. Yeah, I met a lot of amazing, epic people. Even the chick that does, like the Psychic You and Geraldine. I got to meet her, and man, so many awesome different people. But San Francisco is an amazing place. One of the things that blew me away when I was there was I'm driving down the highway, and it's like left, right. You're going through all these curves and stuff, and then all of a sudden there's this big old green hill, and there's these black and white cows on there, and I'm like, what are these cows doing in the middle of San Francisco? Are you freaking serious? That really blew me away.
I've never been there, and I would love to go there too.
Yeah, it was awesome, and I had a good time. It started out really crazy, like sleeping in my car in California. Nobody wanted to rent to me because it was so late. Like, I drove like 17 hours, and by the time I was trying to find a room, they're like, oh, well, we don't support prostitution and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm not a prostitute. I'm a mother of 4 kids, and I just want a place to sleep, even if it's for 2 or 3 hours, and a place I can shower in the morning. Oh, no, we can't rent to you. So yeah, I stayed at the Walmart parking lot. Tried to go into Walmart to get an air pump for my mattress. Couldn't because they actually closed down. They don't stay open overnight like they do here. So yeah, I ended up just sleeping in the front seat of my car, and it turned out to be a really awesome, cool trip. I got to meet Go-Go Teresa, and I ended up staying with her, and man, so many awesome adventures. Me and a few of the people played Frogger across the highway to get to the IHOP because we weren't going to drive because we had been drinking. I'm like, all right, let's play Frogger. Here we go. Boing, boing. But yeah, it was awesome. So I do highly recommend going there. And if you do feel in your heart that you should go there, I think that's a good piece of advice.
Yep. And I was actually picking that up, and I'm thinking, is that her? But I kept hearing that, so I don't know if she's thought about maybe traveling to get away because I'm feeling like a lot of stress around her. And it's kind of just like she's just tired. I guess she just wants to get out. Is what they're telling me. She needs to explore and just to get out, and just enjoy life. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what they're telling me to tell her so.
Yes, it makes a lot of sense to me. She was also wondering, what do you call the different levels of people going through spiritual awakening? Do you know the different levels of spiritual awakening, Chris?
Offhand, no, I don't. But I know there's a different part of awakening. I just don't know what levels. Like what person level 1 might feel from a level 2, level 3. I wouldn't know, but I just can tell you that the vibration would be a little bit different from a beginner to more advanced and then to a full-blown psychic or medium. It's a little bit different, but that's how you start off small, and then you just start. They're telling me you start off small and you just got to just trust yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Don't second guess yourself. And, if you feel like it's going to be wrong or right, you don't do that. You just listen to what your guides tell you, and I'm being told to tell you that the guides are not wrong with what you feel, with whatever they need to tell you. And that's why I trust my grandmother, because she's one of my number one priority guides. So I know she's always looking out for my best interest. And then I do have a Shaman Healer guide too. I have a few Indian guides that tell me, depending on what kind of reading they need. So they'll come through most of the time. So, yeah. So it varies with every different person. But that's a good question with the level. I really wouldn't be able to tell you, but I think the vibration would be almost like a pulse. So it's almost like your heart pulse. So if it beats maybe once, that would be a different level. If it beats a little bit faster, then you would be able to see like what vibration level they are and how much knowledge they know.
And Celeste was saying about her reading that you gave. She said, wow, so scary accurate. That's amazing. And thank you, Chris, for giving her a reading. And Adnome was also saying, woohoo, thanks for the reading. So I think both of those went very well. Kat was also asking, what if you wanted to cultivate both light and dark in a balance all at once? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Any thoughts on the dark and the light, like magic? I would say be careful what you do, because everything is times fold. So I think if you do to harm, don't expect it not to come. It might not come right away, but I would say just be very careful. Now, if you're using defensive magic, I don't see anything wrong with that. Like to just shield yourself from anything negative, that's okay. But if you're going more into the darker side with the black magic, I would say be careful, because that is tenfold. So what you do to others, you get double with what you send out. So that's the best thing I can tell you with that.
Yeah, and Adnome was also saying, "Holy crap, this dude is good." And I was like, "Yeah, why do you think I have him on every month? Chris is amazing."
And as a matter of fact, I was going to ask you, Tessa. I think next month, the only day, the only day I have would probably be, and that's what I was going to say because I know my family's coming, and I already have the 26th for something. And the only days I would have would be the 5th, the 12th, and the 19th. Now, if you don't, then everybody on the show would have to wait till June to hear from me. So I don't know if you want me on the 19th, but if you can't, then I understand because you probably have somebody else and stuff. So you just got to let me know what you have for next month because I would like to mark it down so I'll be ahead of. Now, if not, then we can wait till June because I think June it's not as bad. So.
Yeah, and I kind of fly by the seat of my pants with stuff, and sometimes I'm booked ahead. This time I'm not. So I do have all 3 of those dates available. If you'd like to do the 19th, we can do that for next month. That'd work out good.
Okay, well then, let me see. Okay, then we'll do the 19th. So guys, I'm going to mark it down. So if it's okay with you, Tessa, I'll mark it down for next month, the 19th.
All right, I'm going to mark it down too. And Lisa Marie was saying, "Oh my God, so right on." And yeah, like all these readings are going so good. And like I tell everybody, like if you ever call in for a reading out of all the psychics I've had on, make sure you call in when Chris is on because you are so awesomely accurate and you just listen to what the spirit or whatnot is telling you. And we always get awesome, accurate readings. And so that really, not only blows my mind, but makes me happy that we're able to help people with different things that they're wondering about in their lives.
Yep. And it was funny too because I remember someone said that and I mean, I can give it just like I can take it, with that dream. And someone said that I answered my own question because of my own insecurities. Now that to me, I agree with part of that, but I don't feel like I'm insecure about anything. Maybe with my, the last thing that everybody knew in the last show, what I was going through, that's the only thing, is not trusting people or trusting everyone. But that's like normal for people not to trust anybody. So the insecurity part, I disagreed with that. But everything else, I could be that there could be something to do with me with that dream. So that part I agree, but the insecurity part, I just couldn't see that happening because I'm going through a lot of healing. So I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about you, Tess, when you read that comment, but to me, I don't see the insecurity part unless if maybe I interpreted it wrong. But I don't know.
When it comes to insecurities for me and my gifts, I'm always sure of myself when I'm giving somebody direction or some sort of advice. But when it comes to advising myself and giving myself direction, I do doubt myself because I kind of feel like I'm trying to manipulate or do things for or to myself to have the best outcome that I can think of and not really truly trying to direct myself the way I would direct somebody else. So I always doubt myself when giving myself advice. When it comes to other people, I don't. So that's the only thing that I can think of. I'm totally in tune with myself and have the best motivation and feel the best about when I'm giving other people advice and trying to help other people. But when it does come to myself, I do doubt myself and do have those feelings of inaccuracy or inadequacy or whatever when it comes to guiding myself because I think I'm trying to manipulate the situation for the best or greater good instead of doing what I truly should for myself. So that's the only thing I could see.
Yeah. I mean, maybe with me, maybe I'm insecure about certain things. But, with that dream, I don't know. I just feel like it's not insecurity. I think it's just being more aware of the possibilities that I could be making a big change and I don't even know. I don't know. But we will soon find out what that means, in time because everything comes out. Everything comes out eventually. So, but I will keep you all up to date on that validation, on that vision and premonition I have, because it does got me thinking. Boy, does it got me thinking.
Yeah, definitely keep us posted on that. And again, for all of our listeners out there, if you'd like to call in for a free reading with Psychic Chris Garcia, the phone number is 970-335-9596, 970-335-9596. And Lisa Marie was talking about how on point and right on that you were, even to the point of she's going to be having surgery on her sinuses, allergies, and everything. And she said, and I am and have been contemplating moving for a while, and that you were so right on. Robin was wondering... Oh, and Nikki said thank you, Chris, for her reading. She really appreciated it. But Robin was saying, we had a divorce in the family about 2 years ago. Elizabeth and I caught well to point. We call us cousins. Will I see her again?
And these are cousins, right? That's the question she's asking? These are her cousins.
Yeah, he's asking if he will see his cousin again.
Right now I'm getting the word a dispute or disagreement. If anything, I'm getting like sometime, they're telling me like in July, August, that they might might make up. So there's a slight chance that they will talk again, but it's not going to happen overnight. Now, if he or she, whoever it is, doesn't make that first effort to try to call and forgive him, I give it till probably next year. But I'm feeling more, I want to say probably like in June, July time frame, because I'm feeling it very strongly, and they said something about June and July. So I guess it's the process of the dispute or whatever they disagreed with the last conversation or the last something that was going on, because they're telling me there's something that they need to stay apart for a while because they will run into each other, of course, because they're family. But it will take some kind of process healing before they see each other. So like that, they won't have any more conflicts. But I do see that they will see each other again.
That's good. It's hard when families are separated by divorce and such, and it's nobody's fault really. Things just happen, but it is really hard when families are separated due to that, or even deaths in the family. Let's see. And Celeste Marie and Lisa Marie are going back and forth about how scary accurate you were. Yeah. Lisa was like, why would they call you a prostitute? Well, I was trying to get a room about 3 o'clock in the morning, so they just automatically assumed I was trying to prostitute myself. So let's see. Oh, Kit Kat was wondering, do you see love in her life? And she's been waiting for love, and she's wondering if she will have love in her life again.
They're telling me not anytime soon, because I think she's going through a transition, like with the last question she asked me. It's going to take a while. I think if it does happen, I'm thinking probably by the end of the year, because they're telling me like December, November. So that's a long time. But the way the months by, you'll be here before you know it. But I'm thinking when she does find that love, it's going to be coming like during the holidays. So it's going to be like a special, something to do with God or something to be thankful for. So maybe like Thanksgiving, Christmas time frame. So that's going to be some kind of like very significant, because God is near, in other words, God is telling me to tell you that God is near you, and God's going to bring you this person on a godly day, if that makes any sense.
Okay. And then we also had a request for a reading here from Miss Maria Fra, and she said, "Hi Chris, I have a question. This started in 2011. I've had a few episodes of vertigo every now and then. Have went to the doctors a few times. Any suggestions of what might have brought it on or how to prevent this?"
I've heard of that before, but I think it's just that I've heard, I guess, is when you have too much wax, or there might be something going on, some kind of fluid that's making it not going right, that it kind of causes you to feel like off balance. Because that's what I'm getting, is like you get dizzy for no odd reason. Sometimes it just could be stress. So I'm thinking that you need to probably limit yourself and maybe go take a walk or walk in the beach or wherever you're at. Just need time for yourself to heal, self-heal, and then things, it might just go away a little bit as time goes on. You're going to start seeing it. You're going to start feeling it less and less.
And it's funny because even like paranormal or other like psychical situations that you're in, when I did go to this conference in San Francisco, there was this elevator, which was the main one used to get to this certain part of the hotel. And every time I'd get on or be standing near it to get on or off of it, I'd get this vertigo really bad. And so finally I was like, I don't want to use this elevator anymore. And I started using another one down the hallway. And I didn't get vertigo using that one. I think it was something in the area of where that elevator was that was giving me vertigo. And I haven't had it before or since. But it was really amazing. Like I'd have to like lean against the wall as I'm waiting for the elevator because I would get dizzy and get this feeling of vertigo. And like I was about to be sucked into the floor. It was really, really weird. And so I was like, I'm not using this elevator anymore. I'm using this one. And I didn't get the feeling of vertigo on there. And there's a couple other people that were feeling that as well. So it might not even have anything to do with your inner ear or fluids or wax or whatnot. It could be a paranormal or psychical situation. But like Chris was saying, make sure you get that looked at, see a hearing specialist or whatnot, and see if that helps. If not, pay attention to the area that you're in and see what you could pick up on.
Yeah, because it could be many numbers of things, because sometimes people get really dizzy for no reason. As a matter of fact, when I was younger, I think it was like 14, I used to get that too. Like I would just sit there and, stand there. And I wasn't drinking, I wasn't into alcohol, I wasn't, smoking, or nothing like that. I wasn't doing any of that. And before I know it, I just started seeing the room spin, and I would have to hold on to the bed because I was like, we're close to lucky enough. So what I did is that it got way too much that it really irritated me where I just started crying because I couldn't deal with it. It was like, oh my God, this is ugly. And lucky enough, no, I don't think anybody was at home because everybody was at work. So what I did is I just got on the floor, slept on the carpet, and slept it off, and it went away. But then I remember when I got up, I said to myself, don't get up so fast because it's going to start up again. And I only had it like once or twice, but it must have been some kind of something in the room that was probably trying to communicate, or that my gifts were probably kicking in, in my teenage years. So maybe it could be numbers of things. Something was probably trying to communicate, and it used that kind of energy to scare me, and I just didn't like it. So I just said, I'm sleeping this off. And I must have been out for at least an hour or two until it went up, because I didn't want to get up, because what was so crazy that even when I was laying down, I was looking at the ceiling and the thing was still spinning. So I said to myself, okay, number one, I'm standing up and I'm spinning. And thinking that I would lay down would help, and it didn't. It just made it worse. So what I did was just close my eyes and just try my best to ignore that feeling of my head spinning. Even though when my eyes were closed, I could still see. Like I felt this comforting feeling that I didn't like it, because I almost felt like I was gonna vomit, because it got so irritating that I was like, what is wrong with me? But I never told my family about it, and I should have. But I'm glad I don't have to deal with that, because that's a very, very uncomfortable feeling. Very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it really is. It was to the point where I'm like, I'll take the stairs. I'm not taking this elevator anymore. But luckily there was another one. I could go down on it, but I couldn't go up. So, I had to figure out. There was like 3 or 4 different elevators, but this one was the main one. So I figured out how to get up and down without using that again. But we do have a call from area code 678. Who are we talking to?
Hey, Tessa, this is Jason. How you doing?
Good, Jason. How are you?
Doing okay. Hi, Chris.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Thanks for being on again. Always love when you're around. So it's fascinating.
I appreciate that.
I was just kind of calling for something. Got some things going on right now, and just trying to see if I get some clarity about possible move, where that
Okay.
might be to.
So what is it that the question that you wanted to know?
Well, I'm trying to understand. We may be moving, and I'm just trying to sort out if that is the right decision. Are we going to the right place?
Honestly, if you feel like, 'cause right now I feel like where you're at is like you don't want to move, but there's a lot of energy and it's just seems kind of just out of whack.
Yeah.
And for some reason, you just need this clarity, like if you're making the right decision. And honestly, what my guys are telling me, they're telling me yes. They're telling me yes. You're gonna make the right decision, but just gotta find the location within that perimeters, if I can say the right perimeters of where you want to find the right house. And then that's another thing too. They're telling me for you to check the background of everything of that house. Check the background as much as you can find out. Because depending on where you're moving, you just gotta be very careful because everything's got a history to it. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't see anything that you should worry about. But just throwing that out there, that if you're concerned about history and having anything paranormal, I would check that out just in case. I'm not saying that there's anything in that house where you're moving to, but that's just to give a better feeling, with the decision, and then that's where it's going to give you more clarity.
Do you, by chance, pick anything up about would the move be out of state?
Well, I don't know where you're from, but I'm being told that whatever is the next town or next state up is going to be where you're going to be moving to. And it's not going to be
interesting.
So that's what I'm being told to tell you. It's going to be the next state up. So I don't know if that's going to, because I'm getting because I'm not good with, because you don't have to tell me where you're from, but I want to say it's about, without saying anything, I want to say it's about 5, 6, 7 hours, maybe even more, depending on traffic.
Okay. Huh. All right. Interesting. Okay.
That's you know what? Every time I hear interesting, it's almost like in my head, I'm hearing oh crap. That's what I'm hearing in my head.
How did you pick that up?
Exactly.
All right. Wow. Okay, Chris, that's very helpful. I really appreciate you taking the time to help me out. So thank you.
And speaking of that, have we ever seen each other after party? Because I've seen so many people, I don't even remember everybody's name. That's what I was going to ask you before you leave. Have we ever talked before?
No, we have not, and I've not been on any of the after parties. Usually, it's too late for me. I gotta get up and get to work.
See, well, that's funny though, because even though I've never seen you or never heard of you, but for some reason your voice sounds familiar. I don't know, I'm getting this weird feeling over you. It's almost almost seem kind of like I don't know.
You guys know each other.
Yes, it's like a spiritual connection there somewhere. Something very intrigued by that. So, but
maybe we should talk again one day.
Maybe one day. You never know. With God's will, you never know. But
that's right.
I hope I answered your question, and you have a good night.
You too. Thank you for your time. Thanks,
You're
Tessa.
welcome.
Thanks, Jason. It was great hearing from you. I'm glad you called in. And we did have someone ask in the chat room, Chris, what is your phone number if people want to reach out to you after the show?
The number would be 210 area code 974 210-974-3470. Again, 210-974-3470. You can even text me because that is my personal psychic phone number. People will be calling me, and as a matter of fact, that's on the T-shirt where that's going to be exposed. So that is the number. You can text me. You can actually even email me too at Garcia187bluelove@gmail.com. So
Awesome. And thanks so much for sharing that, because I know there are people that are kind of self-conscious about, their stuff being put out there on the air, whether it's through a phone call or through Messenger, and they'd rather take care of it personally with you. So thanks so much for sharing your number with those of us that don't want our stuff out there for everyone else to be knowledgeable of. Rosemary was saying, or asking, and her name is Rosemary Romero, and she said, anything for me, Chris? Thank you. And she said, I still haven't gotten my shirt. And I was asking her if she was expecting one from you, or she actually won one, because I tagged her in a post for the 420 crawl, and she won one there too. So I have no control over that shirt, but if you guys had a thing going with a t-shirt there, that's between you two.
well, for Rosemary, thanks for listening to the show, because I remember who you are. The only thing I see with the last time I talked to you, I see a lot of progress in it, and things are kind of slowly working out. You're still struggling, but I think you're going to make it. You're going to be fine. Don't let anyone interfere with your love life, and work for what you believe in, and talk things through. And I see a lot of good things coming, because I do feel like people were trying to block you in your happiness. So, take it from experience. I went through a lot. So I'm just being told to tell you that just to take things slow, talk things out. And I see a lot of good progress in you. Things are going to change for you. There's going to be a good transition. There's just a lot of beautiful things coming. And I'm being told when this is going to happen, I want to say probably like when it's getting more hot. I don't know what that would mean. Maybe like June, July, maybe after the school finishes. So you're going to start seeing a major change for you. And then about the t-shirt, if you're talking about my t-shirt, you got to tell me your size that you're wearing, the size that you wear, and then you got to send me your address so I can send it out to you. Now, if you're talking to Tessa, then you have to tell Tessa, because I don't know who you're talking to. But if you're talking to me, you got to tell me your size of your t-shirt. And then I got to get your address through Messenger or regular text if you have my number, which I'm pretty sure you do. You give me that information, and then I can go from there.
Awesome. And yeah, the shirt that I was talking about through me, they're like, hey, tag friends in this post and you could win a free t-shirt. And it was for the 420 crawl, and it was some bud company from Durango. And so I tagged her, and then she tagged me back, and she ended up winning the t-shirt. And I'm like, man, how does that work? Like, I have the worst luck ever. So she had to go pick that up from that certain company, if that's the one she's talking about. But if she's talking about the one from you, then yeah, definitely get a hold of him, text him or whatever, your size, your address, and whatnot, to get that going for you. And Kit Kat was back on here, and I guess she's working tonight, so she missed it. Because she's asking again, how about love? How's that look? Or at least basic human contact, laugh out loud. But you were saying sometime around the holidays or something? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, like in November, December. I don't know if she probably heard. I guess she must have been taking a break or something. But yeah, during the holidays.
Awesome. And Rosemary, I think this is the correct number, right, Chris? It's 210-974-3470.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So again, Rosemary, if you want to text him your size, your address, and whatnot, the number is 210-974-3470. So let's see. And Sir Robin was also asking, will there be love coming soon in my life? A lot of questions about love out there tonight.
I know, right? There's a lot of love in the air.
Can you feel the love?
Yeah. Honestly, I do feel like he's going to have someone that's going to come to him. But I'm being told that it's going to be someone that's going to appreciate him and love him for who he is, not for what he has. And that's what they're telling me to tell him. That's kind of weird that they're telling me to say it that way, but they're going to love you for who you are, and it's not for what you have and what you can give them. It's for you in general. They got to love you for who you are and your personality and all that. So, in other words, they got to accept your whole personality in the bag of chips. Is what they're telling me to tell you. So, yes, I do see that someone's going to come in your life, and it's closer than you think.
All right, and then I had another question here from Lisa Marie, and she's asking, could you please ask Chris if I'm going to be around much longer? And just so you guys know, when we have Psychic Sundays, it is for entertainment purposes, basically, although Chris is very gifted. But her question was, is she going to be around much longer? Are you picking up anything on that, Chris?
Honestly, I know that's for, like what you said, legal purposes only, entertainment. I don't see that you're going anywhere anytime soon, so you're perfectly fine.
And I guess Rosemary was talking to you about the t-shirt because she's like, I will text you. Thank you so much. So I'm like, wait, at least it wasn't me. Because I have nothing to do with that t-shirt except for I tagged you, then you tagged me back, and you won. You're welcome.
So if I hear my phone go off, I know who's texting me.
Yeah, and there was, she not only requested it, but there was another person out there that had requested your number, and I think they were wanting to contact you personally with their questions. But I'm not seeing anything else out here as far as questions. Let me look over here in the SOR Space Travelers chat room and see if we got anything going on in that neck of the woods.
I guess everybody's either sleeping, Tessa, or they got to go to work or something. That could be it. They're just probably bummed out and tired. They're like, I'm trying to stay up listening to the show, but I got to drink some coffee.
Right? I always have my monsters on hand, and I'm like, man, I got to have these guys, like, sponsoring me because everybody's always watching me drinking my monsters at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. They're probably like, what's wrong with this chick? Well, I'm tired, and Mama's got to stay up.
Yeah, and I know that, when you're drinking, too, you got to stay up because you got a show to do and to stay up and do your best. And that's the thing, too, and that's another thing. Somebody had told me earlier, they're like, Chris, you need to take a nap because you haven't slept. Because I usually try to sleep before I do a show. But I did kind of sleep. I don't even know how many hours of last night. This morning. I think I woke up around 10. But I usually, when I do your show or I stay up later, I try to take a nap before, but I didn't. So I'm just like, oh my God. I'm just like, wow. And I've heard people say, how do you do it? Do you ever get burned out? And I said, it hasn't affected me. In the last shows, I've had people ask me, like, how do you do it? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess God gives me the strength to do it because I can be like tired or getting a little kind of like worn out, but I still do what I got to do. And this is my job. And I love, what God gave me. So, you got to do what you got to do. And to me, I don't get burned out. I just get slowly start getting sleepy or a little tired, but I'm still wide awake. So it's just, I guess I'm just happy with what I do. And if I had the chance to change anything, no, I wouldn't. I would want to come back as being gifted and, and having a purpose. And even in heaven too, that's the thing that people need to see is that when we leave this earth, there's a different vibration up there, and whatever you did down here, you're more likely going to be doing up there. And then there's a possibility that you can come back down and be someone's guide. And that does happen with some people that are very gifted. They come back as an archangel for another person, and they guide them in their path. So it's like a cycle, is what they're telling me. It's a never-ending cycle. So
Lisa Marie followed up and said, thank you. She said she had a recent cancer scare, so she was worried, and now she's not. And she wanted to thank you, Chris, for giving her that boost of positivity, because cancer is a very scary thing. And Kit Kat said, haha, Lisa, you're going to live, neener, neener. But, I mean, cancer is very scary, and I'm so glad you're seeing that she's going to be around for quite a while. Kit Kat was also wondering, last question, alien stuff, what is Chris's opinion on my left side under my lower rib cage? Are you picking anything up for Catherine as far as aliens and what is on her left side under her lower rib cage?
I don't know. I'm kind of getting, because I heard the word tattoo, but I don't know about that because that's, that's just something. But there could probably be something like maybe like a pain that she's getting. Or there might be something that she's concerned about the rib cage. So there could be, because I heard the word tattoo, but I'm just saying if that's not correct, and I don't know why I heard tattoo, maybe that's for somebody else in the chat room. But there could be something that if you're really concerned about and you're having some kind of pain, they're telling me that you need to go get checked, because that is very unusual to have pain like that, because if it's not close, if it's close to like your lungs or whatever's in the rib cage, you need to go get it checked. So that's something seriously that you need to really just, so you can have that conscience and say, you know what, I got a second opinion. I mean, I'm not saying that there is something there, but if you really are asking that question, they're telling me to tell you need to go get checked, because there's something that you must have something that's on your mind, or you notice your body's acting kind of strange to certain things, so you might need to get checked. You might need to get that checked.
Indeed. So, let's see. Celeste was asking, if you get a terrible feeling about someone, do you tell them?
Do I tell them? I've never had that before, but if I did, I'd probably tell them. Because I'm not one to hurt people's feelings. I'm not like that. I just think that I would just tell them that they would probably need to change because they're hurting people and they need to be a better person. I guess I would just tell them that. I wouldn't cuss them out or nothing. I would just tell them they just need to be a better person and be more polite. Now, as far as if it's concerning that if it's somebody that's being dishonest with them in their relationship, yes, I will tell them. But as far as me coming to tell them, I guess I'm just too much of a softie that I would not want to tell them that, because I think I would be afraid that I would hurt their feelings. Now, unless if they were on my bad side, if they started talking crap, yes, I would tell them directly. But if they're more like kind of asking me, well, do you like me? Do you have a thing for me? Do you think I'm strange? I'll tell them the truth. So,
Kit Kat was wondering, can you see inside of the sun?
If I can see the inside of the sun, if she's asking me, oh my God, I would probably be going like if I couldn't see anything. So, but I think people can see inside the sun through a microscope or telescope, but not like directly look at it because you can go blind. Because of the glare and stuff. But I think you can look into it. I think in my mind, I'd see like fire because of course the sun is, and I'm seeing that the temperature is hotter than what you normally would think. So, I don't know if that's what she was asking, but that's what I'm being told to tell her. So.
Yeah, like maybe she's wondering if you could like astrally or spiritually see inside of the sun. That was an interesting question. I did not expect that one.
Neither did I. That's why I was like, what? That's very unusual, but I guess people have different curiosities, and it's okay, People have different curiosities, so it's good.
Yeah, and she was saying something about how time's against her, or something like that as far as, like, cooking. If I could find that, that'd be so funny. Trip was saying your smoke detector is not your cooking timer, so quit going by that. But everybody has so much fun in the chat room in here. It's so funny to look at all these comments back and forth between all these people in the chat room. And if you guys don't have a Spreaker account, it takes less than a minute to set one up, and you can come into the chat room and hang out with these awesome, funny, like-minded people. But Maria Fra was asking the same thing. Can you remote view the sun?
I've never tried that, but I could probably do it from up here, from over here, but not like go up to the sun. But I probably could. I could probably see that it's a lot of flames, and in my head I see like fireballs. So it's like balls would be coming out with flames. It's almost like a comet. That's what I'm being shown. It's almost like a big comet, and if it exploded, there would be comets coming, like a lot of them, because it's the sun.
And she was saying, Kit Kat was saying, time is the force that destroys my cooking, and that's when Trip came in and said, the smoke detector is not your timer for cooking. And then Maria was saying, can you visit planets by remote viewing? I guess these are just different psychic questions for you now.
I've never really tried, unless if I'm interested and I'm curious and I have to look, then I would. But at the present time, I want to just do it just to do it.
So have you heard any more about the supposed show or whatever that they were wanting you to do, as far as being a medium on a ghost hunting show or whatnot?
At the present time, no, I haven't, but I have heard, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to add this a little something, okay? With that t-shirt being on Netflix, they were willing to pay for my ticket to go to Ohio. And I kid you not, if I would go, they told me that I could probably a chance to meet other people that have been on different shows on the Travel Channel. They've told me that they would pay for my hotel and this and that. So that's kind of weird how someone I know that has been, I guess, looking at me and like a fan or like a good friend, that they were willing to not just advertise my t-shirt, but they were willing to pay my plane ticket to Ohio. So for everyone that's listening, including you, Tessa, I don't know what to think about that. I mean, because they were willing to pay my ticket to go over there.
Yeah, if they're willing to pay your ticket, obviously they want you there, and that's a good sign. But we are at the end of our time. Chris, can you share how our listeners can get a hold of you as far as like your cell phone, website, so on and so forth?
Well, if you all want to contact me, you can contact me at my cell phone, 210-974-3470. Again, 210-974-3470. Or my email, garcia187bluelove@gmail.com. Or you can find me on Facebook, Chris Psychic Garcia. Or you can also find me on Twitter if you have Twitter. I'm also on Instagram. All you got to do is just save my number, and every other app that you have, I should pop up. And all I got to say is good night and love y'all.
Thank you so much again, Chris, for being my guest tonight. It was my pleasure, literally and figuratively, and I can't wait to have you on again this next month on the 19th. I totally look forward to it. And thank you to everyone in Spaced Out Radio, Facebook, Spreaker, Twitter, Paranormal Radio, TalkStream Live, Deep Talk Radio, our terrestrial stations, and wherever else you may be listening in the universe tonight. I had a wonderful time this evening, and it was my pleasure, and I can't wait to do it again with you guys this next weekend on spacedoutradio.com. Until next time, nighty-night, love and light to all my space cases out there. You guys have a wonderful week. Don't work yourselves too hard, and I'll see you back here next weekend. Don't forget, we are all in this together. Together we can make the world a little better, and together, my friends, we own the night. And if you guys would like to come out for the Spaced Out Radio after party, you can call in on your cell phone, or if you have a Skype account, call in through Skype. And the number is 970-335-9596. 970-335-9596. I'd love to hang out with you guys and have a drink or two with you. Like I said, take care of my yous. Love and light. Nighty night.
Oh. Trying to take this, I was charging my phone because it was already at 27%. I was like, oh.